What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of BKNY Hoops. If you are new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rashid White. All right, let's get into it. You guys see the graphics. You see the actual Titus former net Theo Pinson is basically saying that the Brooklyn Giannis rumors is a real thing. It's not just a rumor, right? So I guess that's good news because I kind of looked at this a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, how does Giannis really even work on this roster, right? You look at the offensive and defensive ratings of this Brooklyn Nets team, and it was like damn near on the bottom. So yes, Giannis actually improves that a lot, but you got to look at the roster. He got Dame on the team. I mean, he really couldn't do much with that. And I guess, if you get these young players in here, Zaya Williams, and these guys are actually playing hard, I guess it works to a degree. But either wherever Giannis really kind of goes for the most part, the roster's actually going to have to be really torn apart. And he's practically going to actually have to start over. So let's get into this article over here. Just to show some verification here that, hey, it's not just me just saying this over here. Hold on, let me get the actual article over here because we got to actually look at the actual pieces that the Nets can actually put around Giannis right there, man. So let me see. Here we go, right here. All right, so here we go right here. And it says Theo Pinson. He says to the Nets buzz, he heard it's a real thing. Now you understand he does actually have a house in the Hamptons, so that actually is a help right there. So let's get into this article. He said, "All right, here we go. You got to really think about it. Brooklyn's track record. They did one hell of there's an expletive over here, man, a curse word." Since Sean Marks knows how to get, shit done, he revamped it when specifically pinpointing a positive reason for the Greek freak, to land in Kings County. Pinson praised the organization's rehab team. I tell you, for training staff, I don't know if there's a better one than Brooklyn. Pinson continued. That's extremely high praise coming from a player who spent 2 years as a net, which sparks volumes to how well the franchise is run. But it is enough to pry Antetokounmpo from the Bucks. Says on the Ringer, podcaster insider Sam Amick reported that Milwaukee GM John Holtz will be looking to gut whatever team is on the receiving end of a hypothetical trade. Yeah, I mean the Nets roster is already gutted, so maybe they can get Cam Johnson back. But then you got to look at like how can you replace someone that's as valuable as Cam Johnson in terms of him be able to shoot the basketball, space the floor. If you guys don't think that shooting is actually really important, go out there, play a full court game like 5-on-5, and then the other 4 guys can't shoot, and guys is just like your defenders are actually dropping back on you. Go see how easy it is to really kind of like, drive to the basket. I mean, the whole thing is you don't want to really kind of play in a crowd, man. That's that, So, but I think the Knipple kid can actually really replace, Cam Johnson. I've been kind of really looking at him. If the Nets do get him, he would be a really, really, really good role player. So, all right. So let's get back to that, man. We'll get to the draft another day. But if Pinson words are accurate, that may not deter Brooklyn from still attempting to swing a trade. Now, if you look at the Bucks, right, they may say, "Oh, hold on, the Brooklyn Nets doesn't really have anything that we would want," right? I mean, maybe Cam Johnson, but I don't know. Cam Johnson is not a rebuilding type of player. He's a guy that you actually really want on a roster at this point of his career. Like you want him on like going for a championship right now, right? 22, 23, 24. Yeah, all right. He would go with the Bucks, but right now he's 28, 29. He should be going on a team that's really really looking to contend. He adds so much value there. But if Giannis wants to come to the Brooklyn Nets, other teams may not want to trade for Giannis because you look at Dame. Dame really he wanted to go to the Miami Heat, and the Portland Trailblazers were saying, "Hey, listen, what's best for our organization is if we actually send you to the Bucks." And his heart wasn't in it. You see, he wasn't really happy. He wasn't really playing hard. It just wasn't the same Dame that you would actually see, in recent years with the Portland Trailblazers. Now he's not washed. If you look at Jimmy Butler, how hard he played in the regular season and what he did for that Golden State Warriors team, and how he turned that season around. And he's 36 years old, so that tells you right there that you want a player to come to to a team where their heart is actually really in it. So getting Giannis to the Brooklyn Nets is actually a challenge in itself, though, man. So it says the trade dynamics. Maybe you re-sign Cam Thomas and then trade him, right? You got Cam Johnson. It says over here, let me see. It says the Antetokounmpo trade, however, cannot be understated. So it says John Horst made it clear that any deal involving a star would necessitate a significant return, one that would leave the acquiring team's roster profoundly altered. The Nets, with their future draft pick, young prospects, fit this criteria. Their position with the Eastern Conference, coupled with past playoff battles against the Bucks, add layers of strategy and hesitation to any potential negotiations. So I don't know how they actually really get him here, man. Let me get the link for you guys in here. Oh, let me let Jonathan get in here, man, because it looked like this. Oh, hold on, let me get the link in here. Let me let Jonathan get in here, man. Because maybe you get like Cam Thomas, maybe you have to go and Cam Johnson, right? That should get it done. I don't know if you won't want to give up the lottery pick. You may have to, but it's an 8th pick. I don't know how this even actually gets done over here, man. I mean, other teams will have like if the Bucks will want to trade Luka to the Lakers. I mean, Luka to Giannis to the Lakers. You get Luka back in return. I mean, you're getting a superstar, for Giannis right there, man. You get Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic. You'll be able to actually sell the. Yo, Jonathan, what's good? What's good, man?
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, it's very interesting. Came out. Theo Pinson, the former cheerleader himself, is now is going to business for the Nets, recruiting Giannis. Listen, at the end of the day, there's a good amount of people.
No. He said that he heard that Giannis. He said he's not recruiting him. He said he actually heard that.
He's probably going off of the reports that a lot of other people have been hearing. I don't think he has personal knowledge that Giannis wants to come to Brooklyn. But at the end of the day,
how do you know that, though? That's the thing. How do you actually know that?
At the end of the day, it's 50-50, BK. At the end of the day, the Nets could choose to play it safe again, draft, I guess, semi-well, try to tank again and get another lottery pick next year. But
man.
No, listen, I understand that. You've seen me change my whole stance on that. I want to evaluate the team with pieces that are actually going to lead to a winning culture sooner rather than later. But at the end of the day, I can't automatically say it's 100% Giannis going to come to Brooklyn. At the end of the day, you look at the Spurs and Rockets, they have slightly more, I guess, more assets that are shinier than what we got. But at the end of the day, we have a mix of assets that we can give the Bucks if Giannis says Brooklyn's a number one priority. It could go either way at the end of the day. But I think this draft in particular, the Nets have to figure out what's going to be around Giannis. That's the big question. We don't know what's going to be with Giannis if you get Giannis. And do we trust Marks and Joe to get a second star this year or the following year to pair with Giannis? It really comes down to who's the second star to pair with Giannis. Because if he's just by himself, it's kind of like what's going on with Milwaukee, where it's just Giannis killing himself. And it's a whole bunch of
that's the problem with Giannis. Is
that's a worry.
If you get another star to play along Giannis, I mean, that star is definitely the second option for the most part. Giannis has put so much pressure on the defense, and if you take him off the basketball, I mean, you're just doing the defense a favor, man. So it's hard to really construct a roster around Giannis, man. You know,
It is, but you look at the Nets too. At the end of the day, this draft lottery didn't go we wanted to. Now you got to evaluate. Because think about it, we only have one pick the following year, so it's like whatever this rebuild, retool timeline is, it does feel like it's a long term thing. That's one thing I've heard in many different source outlets, that this is not going to be a long term thing for the Nets. So if that's the case, eventually, once a star that Mark says is a difference maker is available, the Nets could change course of direction. Well, Giannis, top 5 superstar, rare that superstars like him are available, but there's a lot of gamble with getting Giannis. So at the end of the day, it's going to depend what happens with the meeting this week, right? He's going to have a meeting with the Bucks, and you're probably going to get a list of who he really wants to go to. And if we're in that list, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it leading up to draft night. Because you think about it, BK, I think a Giannis trade is probably going to happen way before free agency, because the Bucks have no picks right now. So if there is going to be a trade, it's probably going to be around draft night, which could lead to a lot of chaos.
Yeah, Giannis is not a generation. I mean, Giannis is a generational talent. I mean, they haven't had someone like him since he pretty much got drafted. I mean, guy that's really that dominant. It hasn't been another Giannis in the league, so they're not going to just give him away. So, Gary, man, what do you actually think about this whole thing over here, man? Theo Pinson saying it's real, man.
Look, I'm sure the Nets want. I don't know what to make of this anymore, right? Like, we saw the NBA force a trade from Luka to a big market. Do you think the NBA could force a trade for Giannis to New York? Like, is it possible?
I don't think they really even care about that anymore.
I mean,
because they want parity, you know.
Let me address that. Like, do you think? I think, and it could be the Knicks, but I think the NBA Finals is going to be Indiana and OKC, two of the smallest markets in basketball. Do you think the NBA likes that? You think that's going to do a big rating?
No, I don't think so. Not really. I mean, it would be boring pretty much. I mean, I like OKC. I mean, I like the T-Wolves and the Knicks in the finals. That the storyline is actually much better there.
Does it look like Minnesota's going to the final? I mean, I know it's only
one game.
I get it, but which team looks better to you? Like,
remember, Minnesota lost the first game against Golden State, and look what happened.
The way
Steph Curry got hurt. Like,
the way
I don't know who would have won that series, right? But it wouldn't have gone down in 5 games if Steph Curry played. Do we agree on that?
It would have went down in 6 games. Minnesota's half-court defense.
The way it looked.
OKC's defense is something else. So when they want to stop you, it's like the Miami Heat defense back in the day. You can't even get a decent shot off. OKC's got the best defense in basketball.
They have a lot of defensive pieces. You saw it tonight. I just think Rudy Gobert is such a liability. That guy does nothing for the Timberwolves right now, especially against elite talent. Then
it depends on the matchup.
This is a non-factor because you have so many OKC players on the team that can run. Rudy can't run. And then you have Randle, who had a good first half, but man, they make the adjustments. Like Gary said, defensively, Randle is a non-factor. And you have Anthony Edwards, who has been great leading up to the playoffs, but his ankle just keeps giving out on him. So I think OKC's pacing and their depth are just way too much for the Timberwolves to handle. And I don't even think the Knicks and Pacers can compete with that. So it really is OKC's title to lose this point. And you talk about where Giannis can go. Listen, the Knicks do not have anything to get Giannis. I don't think a Towns and a pick is going to convince the Bucks to say, hey, I want Towns to be on a sinking ship with me. It's really going to come down to who has the best mix of assets.
What gets the Giannis trade done? Let me ask you a question. What if they've done this? What if the NBA, just like they did to the Lakers, they go to Milwaukee and they say, you're going to trade Giannis to this team for this package, and then I will get you AJ DeBank. You'll get the number 1 pick in the draft because you're they're not
going to give the Bucks. Listen, at the end of the day, the Bucks trade 27 market. Even if you put Towns on that team, it's not going to change where they're at. You look at a team like Boston. If they fundamentally break everything down, maybe trade Brown or something like that, they're probably more aligned to get DeBank because they are a team who have won multiple titles before. They're not going to give it to the Bucks.
All right, hold on. It has to be like a draft. The way the draft is, the way they actually put it, you can't look at the percentages anymore, right? They have it as a raffle, so you could have, like, let's say 250 raffle tickets in there, and I have 5 raffle tickets, and I could probably win it. So that you can't even look at the numbers anymore. It's just it's so random right now, you know. That 2026 draft pick would be very valuable, but the way the lottery is right now, I don't know. The player was good, man.
I think that whoever I think the Milwaukee's going to trade Giannis, and then just like the Mavs, the NBA will give Milwaukee the first pick in the draft. They're going to tell them where to send Giannis, and I think it's going to be New York.
Oh yeah, the Nets got that draft pick though. Yeah. They have the 26 draft pick.
Giannis is going to play in New York next year. I think there's a good chance of that. And then for that, the NBA will give Milwaukee.
What New York team though? I mean,
I don't know. That depends.
What team has more cachet, the Knicks or the Nets? I mean,
if the Knicks win the championship, they're not going to trade him to Giannis. They'll send him to Brooklyn. If the Knicks lose, I think he'll go to the Knicks. But he's going to end up in New York. I really.
Let me get Harlem's take on this. Harlem, man, what you think about this whole Giannis thing? You had Theo Pinson saying it's real. He has a house in the Hamptons. He has a house in the Hamptons. The Hamptons is actually closer to Brooklyn.
It's 5 minutes close. That is true.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to the panel. OKC belt the ass first and foremost. I had to throw that out there, BK. I told you it's gonna be quick and painless.
It's one game, dude. It's one game.
Quick and painless, so quick and painless.
You see the depth of he has, bro.
I don't care where Giannis goes. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a New York fan regardless. So Knicks, Nets, it don't really matter, bro. You feel me? As far as I'm concerned, if it's helping New York, it's a win. So I don't really give a shit, honestly.
All right. I mean, so he's saying, to answer player one's question, Theo saying it's the training staff is one of the best in the actual league there. I mean, I don't know if that's enough to convince Giannis to come, but I mean, he does have a home
Gary,
in the
I do want to say this to y'all, though. I know BK not gonna like this, but I seen Russell Westbrook. He was the betting favorite to go to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
I heard about that.
What is that?
Heck no. I don't want Westbrook. No offense, just no. Can't happen.
He's a great player, bro. I don't really know why. Bro,
he's a better.
He was a negative 93 last series. That's a record.
Yo, John, hold on.
Worse than negative 93.
Russell Westbrook is arguably the hardest working player that you ever seen, bro. Night in and night out.
Maybe.
And he actually leads the NBA in triple doubles. Huh?
He does. I'm the dumbest player you've
ever seen. He's been a better bench piece the last 2 years, but you look at him in this series against the Nuggets, he's been such a weak link. When he only had to do was make a few shots here or there, he just misses more shots than he makes this late in his career. He does a lot of good things as a bench piece, but not for us. If we don't have 2 stars on the team, I don't want Westbrook, man. Like, he's like that guy you maybe bring on if you have 2 stars already, and we don't have that right now, so I don't see Westbrook.
If you want a tank, if you want a top 5 pick, he could be a great tanking piece.
Oh, yeah, just like D'Lo was a great tanking piece, and we got the 8th pick. Yeah, let's just get Westbrook here, man. Like that's like every time we think a player's gonna be bad, they're
what
good.
I was saying all season.
Yo, the Westbrook slander's crazy, bro. Like he's one of the greatest players to ever play. Like y'all crazy, bro.
Nah, listen, I'm ready for this team to find a way to earn wins and build this up because, like you said, we can't tank again. This organization doesn't know how to tank.
Harlem, did I not tell you the Knicks were going to win Game 6 by at least 30? Did I not say that?
Yeah, yo, listen, yo, Gary, you've been the only person I could say consistently give Jalen Brunson credit as much as I do. So, I mean, like at this point, you got people debating is he even better than SGA? And
we talked about it.
If you want to be honest,
maybe he is.
Yo, bro, nah, real shit, Gary. Because like if you looking at it right now,
Lakey was good.
Jalen Brunson is looking better than SGA, bro. Like at this current moment.
Yeah, in the regular season, I would take SGA. In the playoffs, I don't know. I might take Brunson. Yeah, I've been saying this, and they called me all types of troll, and they called me all types of stupid when we had this debate in the season. I said, in the playoffs, I might take Brunson over SGA.
Okay, so he just has so much stuff right now around Shea. I don't think it makes a difference.
And I said this the other day. Let me ask you a question. The Knicks ain't winning 50 years, right? If Jalen Brunson bring a championship to New York, in your opinion, does he deserve a statue?
They will build him a statue outside the Garden. They'll knock down the Empire State Building and put Jalen Brunson with a basketball in his hand up there.
They'll make him a statue out of trash cans at this point.
Listen, man, Sean Marks is looking at like the analytics. and say, "Damn, and look how long it took the Knicks." Right?
If they win a title because he helped them by trading Bridges to them, he cannot be this GM anymore. Like, how could you live in New York and be like, you're the one who helped the Knicks actually win a title?
Well, that's because he's on the James Dolan payroll. That's why y'all guys don't want to. Y'all don't want to see it, but like
your crazy theory, I don't want to believe, but maybe I'll give it a semblance of, hey, maybe this guy has a 1% chance of maybe being right. I'll only give you 1%.
No, listen, let me tell you something, man. Billionaires do not like competition, man. They hate competition, and the Nets are competition, being that they're like damn near like right across the bridge from Brooklyn, right there. It wouldn't surprise me in the least that like James Dolan is secretly paying Sean Marks to destroy the scene, man.
Mark is just bad at his job.
Why does Mark? You make it sound like the Nets aren't owned by a guy who's equally rich. He is. Why does he just?
Well, like I said, that's because, like I said, billionaires hate competition, man.
So why does
bro? Your theory be crazy, BK.
Who's JD Rockefeller? He said competition is the sin. They hate competition, man. They hate competition. It makes you have to work harder.
The problem is Marks and Joe don't know how to lead a ship by themselves. And it's crazy because they have all these scouts and all these people in the same room with them. And you think that they would listen to maybe 1, 2, or 3 of the guys.
Come on,
but they always try to go the opposite direction.
It's like Rob Pelinka from the Los Angeles Lakers, right? I mean, you really can't. I think there was a thing saying that they're going to re-sign Austin Reeves to like $90 million. I mean, I think it was like 3 or 4 years, $90 million.
I think that'd be crazy to give him that type of money. He is not.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on, dude. Like, you can't look at all the other guards around the league and say Austin Reeves, you want to like make him like a key role player.
Yeah, I mean, by Randall, bro, a guy who doesn't.
I don't get the Austin Reeves love affair. Is it just because he's a white boy? Is that the thing? Like, I don't really get Austin. He's all right. Like, there's.
It could be the race thing. I don't want to say that, but I mean, you know, it could be.
I don't really see what's so good about him.
There is how many white people in this country? Like 230 white people, 230 million.
2/3 of the population. So
yeah. So I don't know. It would kind of make sense. That's stupid to me, but hey, you know, I love everybody, man. Whether you black, white, green, Martian, I don't really care.
If we're trading Claxton to the Lakers, give me back Vincent or Rui. Don't give me. I don't want that guy. Please don't give me.
They tried to trade Claxton last season. Sean Marks wanted 2 first-round picks. I mean, nobody was budging. The dude's
I know, like such a greedy guy. Like nobody's playing his game. But now this summer, if you could get maybe contract at a second-round pick at this point, you do it to get the contract.
You may have to attach a pick.
Oh my God!
Get rid of Claxton, John.
He's that bad, man. He's that bad.
That Sean Marks shouldn't be in charge, man.
What if I give you like we got a ton of 2s? What if I gave you 3 2s? Claxton and 3 2s, something like that.
I mean, to get Rui Vincent, maybe Dalton. Okay, I could do that. I don't mind. I'd rather just get rid of Claxton.
He's that bad to where you gotta get it. You probably gotta like attach a pick to get rid of him, man.
Not a first round. I'm not giving you a first round pick to take Claxton.
Yeah, not a first round pick.
Okay, I'll give you some 2s to take him.
Well, we definitely got to get rid of him. There's so many different bigs in this draft we can get. If we get rid of him financially, we're in a better position going to the following year, and I could live with the Nets maybe, tank botching this again. Because as long as it's off the books, you still have flexibility, and you can get a big star the following year if you don't get Giannis this year. Like you just got to get rid of Claxton at this point. It's really like the one big obstacle.
So what's the trade package for Giannis to look like? Because if he really, really wants to come here,
there's no trade package, man. He's not going to Brooklyn, man. So
what if the NBA says he is going to Brooklyn? Like,
if there's
he's not going to
Brooklyn. If the NBA
Paul, you can't rule it out, man, because we have the assets your team gave us away.
What Claude Smith said, bro. Claude Smith hit it right on the head. He's not going to Brooklyn because Brooklyn don't have the talent to put around him. So
he had the assets and the flexibility.
All right, you think Giannis is not? Hold on, Giannis is not stupid. I mean, he knows that.
It doesn't matter about the assets, John.
You heard what Scoopy said in his article. He said Giannis doesn't want to go to a place where there's already stars who have kind of the establishment. Like he wouldn't want to go to the Knicks because that's Brunson's team. He doesn't want to deal with the media. Brooklyn doesn't have a lead star. Hey, he can slide in right there. Brooklyn doesn't really have a GM that knows how to lead. Hey, he can play a part of that. Like Giannis wants a lot of.
I really don't think he really cares about championships. It's so hard to win a championship. I mean, it's not even like
what are you talking about? He absolutely
He wants to win a second title. Hoops, what are you talking about?
I mean, it's not that easy though, man. I mean, look at James. James fell apart.
Get out of the first round of the playoffs. Like, it is extremely difficult.
When Kai Kuzma is your second option, of course it's difficult.
But it takes a lot. It takes a lot of luck. Go ahead, Harlem. Go ahead.
You're not leaving the Bucks, right, to be a loser again. So you're not gonna leave the Bucks to go to Brooklyn to be a loser, bro. The only way he goes to Brooklyn is unless Brooklyn could get another star. Either they got to get another star, or he really believes in Cam Thomas. It's one of the two,
you gotta
bro.
remember, if another star comes to Brooklyn alongside with Giannis, it's Giannis's team, right? The offense is gonna go through Giannis. That second star is gonna
bro. If he goes to the Knicks, right? You notice when Dame went to the Bucks, right? Giannis didn't give a shit about the offense running through him, bro. I don't think Giannis cares about.
But no, you're bailing. Listen, if you have Giannis off the basketball, man, you're bailing the defense out. I mean, he's just in terms of his like field goal percentages, the way he can actually convert on the shots is going to be much higher than like a Dame. I mean, he's 7 feet down.
The only thing I'm saying to you is, why would he go to the Nets to be a loser, bro?
I don't know. Wait. He wants control and influence. That's what the article said about Scoop B. He wants to have a level of control.
You're not going to leave a losing situation to be a loser, bro.
In media after basketball.
Right.
What's a better place to get a career in basketball, in career in media after basketball? New York or Milwaukee?
New York, but he still want to win, though. Gary, you don't want to go to New York to be a loser,
Does he? Does he really care? I don't know. I don't know him.
That's what I'm saying. I really honestly think he doesn't really care.
Wait, here's another thing. The Bucks want other
Gary.
Wait, 1 second. The Bucks want other teams' picks. They don't necessarily want.
Talk, John. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying what I've heard is that the Bucks, they don't necessarily want the picks that the Nets have, but they want the picks the Nets have from other teams. We have Knicks picks. We have that Philly pick. Like, we have certain assets that they could covet. If Giannis says, hey, Brooklyn is one of my top 3 teams, you're going to have to take what they got, and that's what the Nets have to appeal. And we also have short-term contracts. I don't think they want a Karl Anthony Towns making $50, $60 million and still being a deadbeat team. That's where I think the Nets have a shot no matter what.
Let me ask you a question, John. When you play basketball, you want to play to do what?
Was I brought to play?
Play to win. You want to play to win, pretty much.
Play to win, yeah.
Exactly, right? So if you play to win, why would you dare say he don't care about winning? The whole objective of playing is to win. So of course you care about winning. So to say somebody don't care about winning is the stupidest shit you could ever say. Because you
it says over here that
Houston's priority. He's got a life after basketball. Like, he's got a life after basketball. So
it says
I
understand that, but I'm saying, but while you playing, you want to win, though, Gary. Life after basketball or not, you're still playing.
To lose. He wants to win, but he's got bigger goals than winning now. Winning a championship isn't his biggest goal. Winning an MVP isn't his biggest goal anymore. I'm going to play basketball.
How do we know that, though?
I don't. I'm speculating. I don't know. I'm guessing.
What you're doing is you're putting yourself in his mind and see what's actually, fueling this in his mind. And I'm like, me personally, it's so hard to win a championship. You look at the Boston Celtics; they have you never know. I mean, it's all luck at this point, man. When it comes to championships, the healthiest team is not even the best team actually winning. It's the healthiest team that's actually really winning.
I'll tell you this: if I'm Giannis, why do I want to go to the crazy West, where it's only going to get even more difficult just to get a playing spot? Where, hey, Boston, they're done. They're breaking that shit up, and now it's like the East is wide open. I'd rather stay in the East if I'm Giannis, and I think that's where he's probably going to lean, unless he says, hey, I want to go compete with the Spurs or the Rockets. But at the end of the day, Giannis, you're 30 years old. Don't you want to have a chance to still be a top player on team?
Yeah, rebuttal that, Harlem. That's a good point there, man, Harlem.
Yo, John, you gotta stop. I mean, I'm not a Boston fan, but you just can't count Boston out, bro.
They're done. They're Harlem. You know
what? They already said they're breaking the team up, man. They already said
they have to. Financially,
what does that mean, though? BK? Does that mean Drew Holiday and Porzingis, or does that mean JB? Like, what is that?
I'm not trading Jaylen Brown.
Okay, so they get rid of Porzingis,
no.
plays and has AIDS.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
Drew Holiday, who's
John
shot.
keeps saying breaking up the team. As long as you got Brown and Tatum, you're going to be super competitive.
Well, Tatum is out next year. Tatum is out next year with the Achilles thing. And here's another thing: Brown has the meniscus there, which he might miss time with too.
Bro, Brown's gonna be playing, bro. He's gonna be playing.
Yeah, no, he's going to be fine. I think there'll be a playing team. I think there'll be a playing team at worst next year. But as far as them being a dominant championship team, you lose KP, you lose Holiday, you lose some point intangibles. Just have Derek White making a lot of money, and their sixth man Payne Pritchard. Eventually, if they don't win the next 2 to 3 years, they have to break the whole thing up. So
let me answer NY Nets questions. Hold on. They traded for Josh Hart. They traded for Cat. They traded Jalen Brunson was a free agent. OG Anunoby they traded for. So yeah, I mean organically it really doesn't work. I mean OKC could get lucky if you have the players there. Yeah, the players have to be there. Like that's the main thing. I wouldn't mind building organically, but the players actually have to be there. Paulo Banchero has to be there. Wemby has to be there.
Yo, listen, like. It's gonna be the Knicks OKC in the finals, right? I want the Knicks to win. But I'm gonna be honest, bro.
I don't know why you just
want them to win, right? I'm going for
I don't know why you just do that.
I'm gonna watch the series play out before I make any predictions.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I got the Knicks, Gary, right? Here's why. And it's very, very simple. Once you take something that somebody's really, really good at away from them, they have nothing else, right? So all I keep hearing people say is, yo, Indiana's just gonna run on the Knicks, right? So if you're the Knicks, all you have to do is make them miss shots. And once you neutralize that, you neutralize them. The Pacers is not a good half-court team.
That's easier said than done. They're a running
team.
It is. They have a lot of weapons.
It is really physical on defense.
But you say they have a lot of weapons, right, John? They don't have a lot of weapons. Yo, listen, bro, right?
What do you mean?
Let me go back to what I told you guys, right? When LA played Minnesota, right? Let me just give you a throwback. AP said, yo, the Lakers is going to kill Minnesota. And I said, yo, they have 2 really good players. Everybody else is dog water. And how the fuck did it play out? Exactly how I said it. Golden State played Minnesota. I said, yo, Golden State is the same thing as the Lakers. They have 2 really good players. Everybody else is dog water. How did it play out? And I'm saying the same shit now. Minnesota's good, but they don't have enough weapons. So when you look at Indiana, it's the same shit. You have 1 really good player, Pascal Siakam. Everybody else
What about Halliburton? Wait, you know Halliburton did against the Cavs in game 2? He ripped it so loud.
It's gonna play out. Halliburton is dog water, and he's gonna be exposed. Remember, I told you this. Remember, I told you, Gary. Remember, I told you and John this. Remember, Halliburton will be exposed, bro. He's gonna be exposed.
Hold on. It doesn't take a genius
in this game. I agree. He's got.
It doesn't take a genius to see the Lakers.
Well, here's another thing, Harlem. You have Bennett Matt third. You didn't have him last year against when they took on the Knicks. Now you have him coming off the bench as their 6th man. And let's remember, I told you this the other day. If Miles McBride is your only bench player playing 30 minutes, everybody else is just drinking a cold one. That's going to catch up with the Knicks in series because the Pacers have a much deeper bench. That's a potential issue. You have to think about.
John, listen. Yo, John, listen to me, right? Indiana is a good, fast-paced team, right? So if you're going off the pace of a game, Indiana, OKC would make a better finals because they're up and down, they're young, it'll be a lot of points and all of that, right? But again, if you neutralize that, so Halliburton's not a really good shooter. Right?
No,
Siakam's the only guy.
That's the right.
Whatever you want to say, Gary. I don't really care about what the percentages say, bro. I care about what I see with my own eyes. and his shot is mad ugly. It's like some Sean Marion shit.
Ugly.
So
it
I don't
goes
really
down though. So it goes in though.
Mad ugly and knocked out the Cavs.
But what I'm saying is he's gonna be exposed, right? You know why? Because all of that fast break shit that y'all think they're gonna be doing, they're not gonna be doing that. So when the Knicks stop that shit, right? What is anybody on their team gonna be able to do outside of Pascal Siakam? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Pascal Siakam's the only guy. Nembhard is a really good player that can score in the half court.
What about Neesmith? Like Neesmith and Nembhard have been really good, and TJ McConnell has been a pest in a lot of these series.
Yo, them guys.
Yeah, and Harlem, my thing is this though. What is Tom Thibodeau going to do with the bench? Because you look at the Pacers, they have like 4 to 5 bench pieces they can deploy right after the starters. All the Knicks have right now is Miles McBride playing 30 minutes. If that's your only guy playing 30 minutes, John, it's going to hurt your starters. John. He has to use his bench in this series.
We just beat the Boston Celtics, and you niggas really think we can't beat the Indiana Pacers?
Dude, that was a hang on.
They just beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. You don't think after you beat the Cleveland Cavaliers in 5 games, you can't beat the Knicks?
The Cleveland Cavaliers ain't better than the Boston Celtics, Gary.
But they were better than your Knicks.
The record was they were better in the regular season. They got better talent. They got better players.
They wasn't better, John. Wait, hold on. Wait.
John, they beat your Knicks 3 times. The Cavs crushed your Knicks team 3 times. And the Pacers took care of them in 5 games.
Listen to what I'm saying, John. They're not better because they're at home. We're still in the playoffs. So it's no way that they could be better, right? Just like you said, the Celtics was better, and we beat them. So at the end of the day, the Boston Celtics nor the Cavaliers is better than us because they're at home and we're still in it, right? So there goes that theory. So stop it with that, right? Indiana last year they beat us. Hold on. Last year Indiana beat us, right?
Okay, go ahead. But let me ask you a question, Holm. So I just Indiana is better than Boston, correct? Indiana is better than Boston?
Absolutely, because they still in it. They still in it.
Boston forced you to 6 games when Tatum got hurt. So think about how much better Indiana. Okay, so think about how much better Indiana is than Boston, who forced you to 6 games without their best player. That's all.
Let me ask you a question, Gary. Name
players.
Name two people, right? Name 2 role players on Indiana that's better than Derek White and Drew Holiday, Gary. Nobody else jumping. Let Gary.
Drew Holiday, Nesmith, Nembhard's better than both those guys. Nembhard's better than both those guys.
No, he's not, bro. No, he's not. Come on, Gary.
Drew Holiday shot. Like, I love Drew Holiday. His best days are behind him.
You talking about Nembhard with the braids, right? He the one with the braids?
Yeah. He's better. He's better than Derek White. Yeah, he is. It's close. I love Derek White, but he's probably better than White. He's definitely better than Drew at this point.
John and BK, you agree with that?
Drew Holiday is
you agree with that?
At this point.
What's that?
No. So BK, you think Nembhard with the braids on the Pacers? You think he's better than Derek White? And take your biasness out of it. He's not better than Derek White, bro. That's crazy,
I think they're both really high quality role players. If Derek White was on the Pacers, if Derek White was on the Pacers team sharing the court with Nembhard, I think your Knicks would be even more trouble than they are right now. So yeah, I can't say one is superiorly better than the other. They're both really solid.
Yo, Gary, they gonna get exposed, man.
What's up?
You gonna be on here giving the same weak ass shit that BK is giving. Oh man, it was a fluke. Wild shit that you guys do when y'all lose.
Okay. I'm a Knick here. I said the Knicks are going to win by 30, and BK's like, there's no way they're going to be in by 30. I said they're going to win by at least 30. What was the final score of that game?
Yo, Gary, you know what's so crazy?
Gary. I thought you said you played basketball, man.
Wait, what? What just?
I played basketball since I'm 7 years old. What's up?
Injuries do matter, right? You understand that?
I said that. I said the Knicks were going to beat them by 30.
Deja vu.
It's an injury-riddled team. We know. Listen.
Hey, BK, let me ask you a question. BK, let me ask you a question, BK. Because your bum ass was deleting comments. No. Your bum ass was deleting comments. So, BK, so let me talk to you, bro, right? So let me talk to you, right? So you always talk about injuries, right? So I'm about to cook you, bro, because like you always making excuses, right? So I'm about to cook you. So last year, BK, when Indiana beat the Knicks, it didn't count then because we was injured.
Right? No, I said last year if
no.
I mean, hold on. I'm answering your question.
I don't want to hear a story.
Hold on. I'm answering your question. So if the Knicks were healthy and they had a lot of injuries, I had the Knicks beating the Pacers in that series.
All right. So you just said that the Boston Celtics was injured. Okay. So let me rebuttal that, right? Jalen Brunson had a bum ankle, did he not?
Yeah,
did,
yeah,
right?
but you're
so
talking about like
also. No. Wait. Hold on. No. Hold on. He had a bum ankle. He was playing, wasn't he?
They all have injuries, but you can't play with a torn Achilles.
No. Okay, then. So what I'm saying is, right? OG had a bad hamstring. Jalen Brunson had a bad ankle. Karl Anthony Towns had a broke thumb. They was all injured. So why do you keep saying Boston was injured? The Knicks was injured too.
You had Porzingis and you had hold on.
Bro, but the Knicks was.
You had Porzingis. I had to shut Harlem for a second. You had Porzingis and Jason Tatum off the floor. Karl Anthony Towns. All those guys actually played, Harlem.
It don't matter. They still was injured.
They were on the floor. They played.
Bro, it don't matter, bro. Jalen Brown played. He was injured. It don't matter. The Knicks was injured, bro.
You saw the last too. He wasn't 100%, man. When it comes to like knee injuries,
bro,
I mean,
the Knicks was injured too.
A knee injury is more serious than an ankle injury, though.
Yo, bro, I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear that. The Knicks was injured too, bro, and they played.
No, what I'm saying is that Tatum and Porzingis didn't play.
What are you talking about? Tatum and Porzingis didn't play. Tatum played 3 games. Tatum played 3 games. Tatum played 3 games. Tatum played 3 games, bro.
Let me say, bro. Let me say the Tatum one was more a fact, but the KP one, they didn't need KP to win the championship last year. So I'm not gonna say that wasn't a backbreaker for that one.
Yo, bro, BK doing everything to discredit the Knicks.
Wasn't Mitchell Robinson? Hold on. Wasn't Mitchell Robinson a factor in the series?
He was helping the Celtics by missing free throws.
The highest plus minus in the series. What are you talking about? He wasn't an actual factor in that series.
Was injured, bro.
He wasn't the X factor. Listen, at the end of the day,
he was a major factor. I didn't say
not a major factor. He was a factor. He was a major factor. David Brunson was the major factor in that whole series.
I'm not gonna let you keep discrediting the Knicks, bro. You're not doing that, my guy. I
want to see them beat a healthy Boston Celtics team, man.
They was healthy. They was healthy. Yes, they was. They was healthy, bro, and they lost. They was healthy. The first 2 games we won. They was healthy in game 3 when Boston won.
I showed the film. If you go watch the last live stream,
I don't care what you showed, bro. I don't care what you showed. Hold on. That they lost.
Watch the last show I did. I showed the film on Jalen Brown. He was not the same player. Bro, I don't know what was that. That wasn't a Jalen Brown. Not that. That was the Finals MVP.
OG had a hamstring. OG had a hamstring. Cat had a broke finger, and niggas still played in.
OG had a hamstring in that last game. But other than that, there was no issue with hamstring in game 1.
He played, yo, bro. Every time somebody win and you lose, you can never be a man and admit it, bro.
No, listen, I'm not beating my. Hold on, I gave you. Hold on. I gave you the pool analogy, right? Billiards.
I don't care about the pool analogy.
It's a good player, right? It's a player that's better than me. Hold on. It's a player that's better than me. Scratches on the 8 ball. I'm not going out there and beating my chest, man. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to say, yo, I got lucky he scratching the 8 ball.
Can I just say this?
Bro,
Boston. Wait, can I say this? Boston,
bro.
Wait, hold on. Let me say this. Boston beat themselves those first 2 games. All they had to do was play some interior offense against Jalen. No, wait. Let me say this. Hold on. Let me finish. Yeah. All they do is play some interior offense against Jalen Brunson and Towns. So what they were doing, missing a whole bunch of stupid threes. They all think they're Stephen Curry for some reason. Like thought they were playing in Beverly Hills and not Boston.
Yo, John,
all you had to do was go to the rim against the Knicks.
The Knicks was the better team. The Knicks was the better team. They won. BK.
You outlasted them. I'll give it to you. Outlasted them. But Boston beat themselves here. I got to give it to them. Boston beat themselves a bit too.
Along with you, no. BK, along with you and other people, y'all niggas is in disbelief, bro. And when people is in disbelief,
I'm happy.
I'm not in disbelief. Wait, Harlem, you helped open the East for the Nets. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No.
That's about it.
What I'm saying is disbelief because all of you guys thought the Knicks was gonna get crushed, and it didn't happen. And now
everybody thought that. Hold on, it wasn't just these few voices; it was everybody.
Right? Hold on, John. So the disbelief is that all of you guys thought they was gonna get crushed, and they didn't. And I came on here and I told you guys. I said I stood 10 toes down and I said, yo, the Knicks is gonna beat Boston.
Shut the fuck
and
up,
they
bro. They got 50 inches. Bro. Seriously, stop.
They did just that. You salty.
Come on, stop, man. Stop.
You salty, bro. You salty, BK. It's all right, bro. You salty, my nigga. I'm not salty, bro. You big mad. You at the crowd, bro. It's all good. It's all good. You just mad, bro. You mad, bro. And you gotta stop being a sore loser, my nigga. Stop being a sore loser, bro. It's a part of the game. You was dead ass wrong, nigga. You're wrong, bro. You're wrong.
Hold on. Let me say something in defense.
Let
Harlem take his victory lap. He came on. We all made fun of him. Said that there was no chance the Knicks were going to beat Boston.
Before they were hurt. They were injured.
Let him take his victory lap, bro. Just be a man. Just be a man and admit they lost, bro. Stop being a fucking faggot and making excuses. They lost. You came on here and you said there's no chance the Knicks could win, BK. I'm talking to you, BK. Man to man. You came on here. You said, yo, it's no way that the Knicks could win. It's 5 niggas that, and you lost, bro. You fucking lost, nigga. Just be a fucking man. Harlem, you was right. They lost. That's it.
I gotta say this to you. I haven't said this to you in a long time, but you never ate paint chips when you were a kid, right? Like lead paint chips.
Man. Yo, bro, that shit don't bother me, bro. You lost, bro. You lost, bro.
I mean, answer the question. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
You lost
those paint chips when you were a kid, man.
You lost, bro. You lost. And
let him take his victory.
And I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy. So I'm gonna say no. Yo, Gary, I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy, right?
I mean, really, do I gotta throw the disclaimer in there, barring injury? I mean, do I gotta really throw that in there?
Yo, bro, they lost.
Right.
They lost.
He said the Knicks were gonna beat Boston. We all laughed at him. The Knicks beat Boston. You gotta let him take his victory lap.
You lost, my nigga. Fair and square. You lost, bro. I don't want to hear nothing. BK, just be a man and say you lost. I respect you a lot more if you just say, yo. We lost, bro.
No. If they actually beat a healthy, hold on. If they beat a healthy Boston Celtics team, yeah, of course. I got you on that.
They did beat a healthy Boston team.
They weren't healthy, stupid.
They lost. I just named 3 players on. I just named 3 players on the Knicks that was injured, right? If Boston would have, yo, Gary, I named 3 niggas on the Knicks that was injured, right? If Boston would have won, this nigga would have never came on here and said, yo, Jalen Brunson had a bad ankle. Yo, Cat had a nigga, you would have been beating your fucking chest. Fuck out of here. Like I said, you in disbelief, bro.
You're too emotional. Listen to what I just said. I said last year I had the Knicks beating the Pacers, but the Knicks had hold on. Let me say this slowly to you. I had the Knicks last year winning that series against the Pacers, but the Knicks had injuries. We know the Knicks were better. All right? Jesus, man.
And the Knicks was better this year than too against Boston.
All right, but they lost last year because they had injuries.
BK, you also got to admit Boston beat themselves in the first 2 games. They took way too many threes. Like that's on them. Wait, that's on them. That's nothing to do with the injury situation. That was on them. They lost those first two games. If they let me say this. Because this what if they would have beat the Knicks the first two games, would have won one at home. If they would have won that last one at Boston, they would be advancing against the Pacers right now. But they beat themselves those first two games, so you can't attribute that to injuries. Those first two games. KP's not a factor. Right? KP's a non-factor in that one.
So Gary, from the beginning, right? I said the Knicks was going to win the East, right? And I said OKC was going to win the West, right? That's what I said. Yeah, and so far, my predictions is coming true, right? So, look, Gary, I said OKC was going to beat Denver, right? I said this. Aaron Gordon had a hamstring injury, right? You know what BK said? Yo, bro, like, they only lost because Aaron Gordon, get the fuck out of here, nigga. They was going to win regardless, bro. If you can play, I don't want to hear about injury.
Who else on Denver can replicate what Aaron Gordon does if he goes down?
They don't have a good bench. They would all have a hard time with this game.
Yo, bro, if you play,
damn man, when Jonathan is actually giving more basketball facts than you, Harlem. Yeah, I mean, damn, bro.
Come on, bro. If you play, if you play a game, hold on. If you play a game, bro, right, and you decide to play, you mad at the other team?
If the best players are hurt, Harlem, this is not hard, bro. This is basketball.
Wait, what am I instigating? I'm just commentating right now.
Hold on.
How am I instigating?
I do not give a fuck about the Boston Celtics. I'm not a fan. I am being pragmatic, okay? I am not a Boston Celtics fan, all right?
No, wait, hold on. Claude Smith, what did I instigate, Claude? I'm having a conversation, keeping my facts in check here. What did I instigate, Claude? Come on, Claude.
BK, so just answer the question, BK. No. Just answer the question, BK, so why play? If you injured, then why play? And don't give me the bullshit excuse, I want to help them. Who didn't play? I'm talking about Aaron Gordon.
You talking about the Nuggets or are you talking about the Boston Celtics again?
No, I'm talking about Aaron Gordon. He played.
Yeah, of course you're not. He's gonna play. James Harden didn't. Didn't James Harden play?
Listen to my question.
James Harden play when he had the hamstring injury? Hold on.
Listen to my question.
No, you answer my question. Didn't James Harden play when he had the hamstring injury?
Why play then? That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. If you're hurt,
oh, James Harden. Hold on. James Harden. James Harden in that Bucks series never played then.
What I'm telling you is,
I thought you was a hooper, Harlem. I guess not, man.
Listen. If you are hurt, then you should not play because you can't help your team. Follow me. If you decide to suit up and fucking play and you lose, you cannot use the excuse that a nigga was hurt. Fuck out of here, my nigga. That's not how that works. Once you decide to suit, it don't matter, bro. Harlem.
Almost every player right now are going through injuries. You're not listening, bro.
Okay,
there's nobody right now. Hold on. There's nobody right now that's pain-free. You never played basketball before.
Okay.
You never actually played basketball before. Bro, everybody's hurt. Everybody gets injuries. Everybody's hurt.
So this the same shit I'm saying. Okay, cool. So everybody's hurt.
Rudy Gobert has some type of injury. They all have injuries.
So if everybody's hurt, then why the fuck are you saying that the Knicks only won? Because everybody hurt. If everybody hurt, you
dickhead. Tatum and fucking Porzingis didn't fucking play, stupid. They wasn't even fucking in the game.
Bro, you just fucking said.
Come on, guys. It's a little much here.
If everybody's fucking hurt, if everybody's hurt, then how are you not giving them credit if everybody hurt, dumb? Make it make sense. If everybody's fucking hurt, how don't you give the Knicks credit if they're playing hurt too? Make it make sense.
And you want to talk about the Knicks, BK. Look what happened, BK. You destroyed your own team.
Aaron Gordon decided to play. Hold on. Aaron Gordon decided to play with a fucking hamstring injury, knowing that he can't physically help the team, and OKC wins, and then you turn around and say, oh, Aaron Gordon didn't play, so that's why he lost. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. He decided to play. So you're going to say, okay, like, come on, stop it, bro. That don't even make sense. He decided to play. So you gonna not give the next team credit because he decided to fucking play?
I'm not giving you credit for fucking beating up an injured a team that doesn't even have their fucking core players.
If you decide to play BK, that's your fault, bro.
But
you cannot take away from another team.
All right, Porzingis didn't play.
Bro,
I'll give you that. Listen, I'll give you that.
Wait. Jason Tatum had a freak accident, right? He played the first 4 games, BK.
4 games.
And the Knicks was winning.
3-1 with them. The series
so what the
over,
fuck is your
BK.
excuse, bro? You just dictating
and hating, bro.
It was
over when Cleveland. Hold on.
It's over.
Gary. It was over when Cleveland was down 3-1 to Golden State, right? And they came back and won a chip against Golden State.
No. The Knicks,
it was over then, right, Gary?
No, it's a different series.
It was a different series.
Let me answer the question. Let me answer the question. The Celtics could not close out the Knicks. They blew a 20-point lead in every game. It didn't matter. They couldn't close them out. Every single time Boston had their foot on the Knicks neck, the Knicks got up and beat them.
Yo, Gary,
Knicks would shut them down.
Yo, Gary, BK just a hater, bro. You can't see that by now, my nigga. He's just a hater, bro. He just
Harlem is
before the series started, I said the Knicks have no chance. Harlem was wrong. Harlem was right.
Hold on. I said even if the Boston Celtics were healthy, right? Let's say all 5 guys are playing. From a storyline perspective, because like Boston going to the finals and winning a championship, that shit is boring. All right, so I want the Knicks. I want the Knicks in the finals. It's more interesting.
Oh my gosh, BK! If you're so pro Knicks, why are you criticizing the crap out of them?
No, I'm just being real, though, man. I gave you.
No. You got for Brooklyn. They're more entertaining for a few seconds. Stop it, Hoops. Either you're on the team or you're off the team. Stop it.
But I said at the last show, I said I'd rather have the Knicks or Harlem drop off and come back.
And you're defending Boston, Hoops. I don't want you defending Boston so much. Listen, we can all talk about the ifs and whats, but it's Boston at the end of the day, man. You know how long they've been doing this? Acting like they're better than everybody else just because they copied Stephen Curry's 3-point shot? They ain't Stephen Curry. It was proven in this series. All they had to do was do some interior offense, and they couldn't even do that. And they lost.
No, I mean, you had Jaylen Brown was hurt. Right, he wasn't 100%. He had the knee injury, and I don't know what happened. I don't know. Al Horford wasn't himself.
All they had to do was stop.
I don't care. I don't really care because again, Boston going to the finals and fully healthy was just boring to me. The Knicks and the Minnesota T-Wolves. I mean, that is a better storyline. You have 2 players traded for each other. The
Timberwolves are beating OKC, Hoops. Did you see what happened tonight?
It's one game, OKC, man. Let's see.
No. OKC has way more depth than do. BK, did you see Rudy Gobert at the min? What did Rudy Gobert do tonight? Nothing. Julius Randle, good first half, bad second half because they adjusted on him. You take those 2 things away, it's really just Ant-Man on one good ankle right now trying his best. They do not have the depth OKC has. And even Naz Reid and McDaniels tonight did not play as well. Just because OKC adjusted on each and every one of them. It's really OKC's time to lose.
I told you I don't want the Knicks. I didn't want the Knicks winning that series. It would have been boring. Just like the matchup between OKC and Denver, that was boring because there was no storylines. I want the Knicks in the finals just to watch something and it'll make it more interesting to actually watch. So I don't want the Celtics to win. I said this on the last show. All right, you can go listen to the last show. I said I want the Knicks in the finals. All right,
you're supposed to be in Knicks fan, but that's cool. That's not cool.
Let me get the link in for Harlem. Hold on, I forgot to put that back up. Hold on, let me get the link in for Harlem.
Man, BK, even when you say you're on the Knicks team, you get criticized a lot.
No, I'm not a fanboy. I'm a basketball analyst, man. I'm being real. All right, I'm being honest and I'm being real. That's it.
Ever since Pinson was off the team, he jumped off the Brooklyn bandwagon, man.
I'm not Stephen A. Smith. You know, I'm not doing that. I'm being real.
Now you want to talk about a bandwagon guy, man? That guy was rooting against the Knicks almost the whole series against Boston. He's supposed to be the president of the Knicks town with orange blue skies, but he's like, oh, I don't think the Knicks are going to beat the Celtics. They got too much, but I think the Knicks have a shot.
I mean, why you think the whole salary, the second apron, that was put in because of the Celtics, man?
They're going to break their team up.
Dynasty.
Listen, at the end of the day, Boston's breaking their team up. So if Giannis wants to stay in the East, If Giannis wants to stay in the East, we're a team that makes sense because we have the assets to make something happen. If I'm the Brooklyn Nets, you have to ask yourself, this is supposed to be a short-term rebuild. Aren't you supposed to be open to any opportunity if a star wants to come to Brooklyn? Like, if you let that go, you're not going to see a top 5 superstar be available.
Bro, you're not a basketball analyst, bro. You be talking bullshit, man. Like
I'm not. I'm just saying, if a team is missing two out of their 3 best players, and I'm like, I can't give you props for that. Just like Indiana,
listen to what I'm trying to say.
I thought the Knicks last year was a better team. It's just that
listen to what I'm trying to say, BK, right?
Dante DiVincenzo, key guys were injured.
Right?
And there's nobody on the Knicks. There's nobody on the Knicks. Hold on. There's nobody on the Knicks that can replicate what Brunson does. He goes down. I mean, they don't have anybody that can do what he do. You know, that matters.
Yo, all right. So listen to what Gary said, bro, because I think you borderline slow, right? The Boston Celtics could not put the Knicks away. So at that point, with that being said, there's nothing that you seen with your 2 fucking eyes that made you believe that Boston was going to win, whether you think they was healthy or not. Right? So let me add to John's point. John said they didn't need Porzingis, right? So scratch Porzingis, right? They was winning by 20 the first game, right? The Knicks came back and won, right? Boston turned around, was winning by 20 the second game, lost again. Mind you, Jason Tatum was playing, my nigga. Jaylen Brown was playing. Derek White was playing. All them niggas was playing, right? Only one nigga wasn't playing, but the other niggas was playing, right? The Knicks won those 2 in Boston. Boston came back and spanked the Knicks by like 30 in game 3. All them niggas played. Oh, wait. Let me finish. All them niggas won again.
Gary said, I thought Drew Holiday, right? He'll give you more, but Gary might be right about that. I think
right? Holiday was dealing with a hamstring injury. That's why he was a little slower.
Boston won by 30 in game 3.
Exactly.
In game 4, Boston was winning again. Right? And the Knicks came back again. And they was winning with 2 minutes and change left by 9 points before Tatum got hurt.
Yeah, so, but teams, they're not the first team in NBA.
No. That's what I'm trying to say, though, BK. There's no evidence to support your theory because all of them niggas was playing and the Knicks was still the better team, bro. You act like from the very beginning these niggas was hurt and not playing. They was all playing, my nigga. So it's coming off like you're hating because the Knicks was just the better team.
Oh, gosh. All right, I'm going to say this slowly, Harlem.
Come on, bro,
I want the Knicks in the finals.
That is so bad to say
I'm not just saying that now. I said this on the last show, right? It's more interesting. I want the Knicks to go. I want the Knicks to participate. I got the Knicks in 6 games.
The Knicks gonna win in 6, man. And the Knicks is going to the finals, bro.
So I'm not hating on the Knicks. All right, I'm just being real. I really want the Knicks to be in the finals. You know,
no. Listen, I'm just stating the facts, bro. They was beating the team when they was healthy. That's all, bro. If you want to do a film study, my nigga, do.
They weren't really healthy though, man. If Drew Holiday was dealing with a hamstring injury, I'm dealing with one right now, man.
Hey, yo, Gary, you hear this shit? Gary, the foolishness out this nigga mouth was crazy, bro. Now Drew Holiday had a Drew. Yo, this shit crazy, bro.
That's what Jonathan says. I didn't know that. Jonathan said that.
By the way, he did have recovery time. The way he missed that first series against the Magic and the Celtics handled business, so he should have been ready.
Look at Cam Thomas. Hold on. Look at Cam Thomas and his hamstring, right? Cam Thomas has been out practically half the season with a hamstring injury, man.
Listen, the funny thing about it is every time the Knicks win, everybody's injured. But when niggas beat the Knicks don't never have injuries. I could even take it back to when me and John was going at it in the Philly series. Yo, Harlem, Embiid was hurt. Embiid was hurt, right? But Embiid actually was fucking playing. Julius Randle didn't play, but nobody gave the Knicks mercy for that. So I just don't understand you niggas. Like, how is it that every time we win,
I told you, man, I had the Knicks as the better team last season. They just got injured, okay?
I'm not talking about that. Yo, BK again. They was
injured. If it works for the Knicks, how come it doesn't work for the Boston Celtics?
Bro, they was playing hurt also, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you're gonna say Boston was hurt, Cat had a broke finger. He played. You didn't one time say he had a broke finger.
That's the upper extremity injury. That's a different injury from a knee injury on hamstring, man.
Bro, an injury's an injury, bro.
No, it's not. What are you talking about?
So we're gonna turn this into the BKNY medical drama scoop edition.
This is crazy, bro. Injury, man. If you hurt, you hurt, bro. If you hurt, man. Yeah,
all right. There's certain injuries that you could play through, right? If you have a hand injury, I mean, that doesn't affect your lateral quickness or anything like that, or your ability to actually get to the basket, right? But if you have a torn Achilles, all right, if you have a torn Achilles, then that matters. You can't play. Your body will not allow you to play.
The man had a broke finger, bro. If you ever had a broke finger, it's hard to shoot the ball. He shoots the ball. So
I mean, you still could play. You still could play. If you have a torn Achilles, you can't play. So what do you mean injuries and injuries?
Listen, we agree to just disagree, man. The Knicks put belt to ass like I told you. OKC put belt to ass like I told you. And they're going to do the same shit in game 2, my nigga. You going to see, bro.
You better pray, bro. You better pray that Jalen Brunson doesn't get hurt. Hold on. You better pray that Jalen Brunson, they don't have a key injury. Because I'm going to say, Harlem, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. The Indiana Pacers was just a better team, you know? And I'm going to keep saying, nah. If Jalen Brunson is missing, or he's not playing, or he's not 100%, that fucking matters, bro.
So let me ask you a question.
It works for when you want it to actually work. When I want it to work, BK, what are you talking about, man? Shut the fuck up, bro.
Listen, so let me ask you a question, right?
This is like crazy shit,
man. You think you can play basketball, right?
Yeah, I can play fucking basketball.
All right, I don't believe you. You fat and look like a nerd, my nigga, right?
So what?
But here's the thing, right?
I still bust your ass, bitch.
Nah, you won't, and we can set it up anytime, bro.
Let's set it up. Marlon BK, set this up.
300 pounds that wear glasses could never cook me in anything in life, my nigga.
Okay,
that shit is only like in make believe. We can set it up anytime, right?
Listen, I'll barbecue your ass. I'll boil your bitch ass, bro.
It sounds good. Yo, listen, I'm not breezy. You got me fucked up, my nigga. You feel me?
Nah,
you better
get
that shit out your hand, bro. I will cook you, my nigga. You don't stand no chance for me. You don't stand no chance for me, BK. I promise you, bro. You don't even look like you play ball, bro.
Yeah, okay.
You don't look like you play ball. Just stick to riding buses, my nigga. Like you don't even belong on the basketball court, bro. I promise you don't.
All right.
Eat some salads, get in shape, and then you could come back and revisit this, right? But you play ball.
Go get your knees fixed, nigga. Then you can actually come and talk to me, bitch.
I will cook you with bad knees. That's the crazy. Bro, I keep telling you when you want to set it up. I done said this 100 million times. We can set it up. I could come to where you at and cook you, bro. We ain't got to keep doing the back and forth, my nigga. You want to play or you don't. I don't think you really want to play, bro. You just be talking, but it's all good. But anyway, right? You said you could play ball, right? If a nigga on your team get injured, right? You don't have the next man step up mentality.
Well, what about my best? Hold on. What about my best shooter goes down, and I don't have anybody that can shoot as good as him?
All right, cool. So let me ask you a question. When Steph Curry went down, right? He's the best shooter on the team, right? To me, he's not necessarily a better overall. Hold on. He's not better. He's not a better overall player than Jimmy Butler. Not to me, but he's a better shooter, right? So, huh? I said he's a better shooter. I said he's a better shooter than Jimmy Butler, but I don't think he's a better overall player. Because hold on. You think he's a better overall player?
Yeah, Steph Curry changed the game, man. He revolutionized the game. Jimmy Butler didn't do that.
Let me ask you a question, right? Outside of shooting, what does Steph Curry do at a very high level to you?
He could pass the basketball. He can actually he has an excellent right.
He has a what?
Defender. He has a good handle. He's a good ball handler.
Hold on, you say he's a good defender?
Basketball IQ. Yeah, he's a good.
What?
Oh my God, that's crazy, yo, bro. That's how I know you don't like basketball, bro. I said, what can he do? He don't rebound at a high level. He don't defend at a high level. He don't steal at a high level. Only thing he does at a high level is shooting the basketball.
And he can handle the basketball. He has a good hand. He can pass too, man.
Let's be honest.
No,
but that's what I'm trying to say, right? He's a really good shooter. Jimmy Butler could do a variety of things better. He can score. He can rebound better. He can defend better. You feel what I'm saying? So when I say overall, I'm talking about somebody that can do shit at a better, like clips, right? But anyway, that's besides the point. He went down, right? They got Jimmy Butler to be the second fiddle to Steph Curry, right? So your whole angle is going to be Minnesota won because Steph Curry went down, right? Well, what about Jimmy Butler? What about all the other niggas on Golden State that y'all think could play? So all of a sudden, Steph Curry go down, you just turn into dog water? That's my whole point. So if Jalen Brunson go down, it don't matter. Ain't Josh Hart playing? Ain't Mikal Bridges playing? Ain't Cat still playing? Other niggas are supposed to step up. So no, my nigga, I don't agree with your fucking line.
If Jalen Brunson goes down, like Josh Hart just can't give you what Jalen Brunson can give you, man. I mean, he's a decent player.
Cat is playing. Cat can give you what he's giving you. I named a plethora of niggas. I said Mikal Bridges. Again, bro, I'm not.
Yeah, but he doesn't give you the pass. It's not just Jalen Brunson scoring; it's the passing.
I don't make excuses. That's the whole point. When the Knicks lost last year, you never heard me say anything about injuries. I did.
I did.
No, that's you. I take my L like a man. If you lose, bro. I don't believe in the dick sucking up and
it's not. If your best player is not hurt, it's not playing, and he's hurt. I mean,
the next nigga got to step up. Man. The next nigga got to step up. That's it. Next nigga got to step up. Next man got to step up, bro.
Many of these like sports media guys.
That's not how it works. That is how it works.
But all right. How can Josh Hart cannot give you what Jalen Brunson can give you? He's not that good,
bro. It does not matter, bro. The next nigga got to step up, man. That's it. I'm not giving no excuses, BK. I don't give excuses, bro. I don't give excuses. If the Knicks lose a key player, the next man got to step up, bro. That's it, my nigga. And for you like giving excuses when niggas get hurt. I don't give excuses.
I guess it was an excuse last year when I said the Knicks were the better team and they should have beat the Pacers. But Jalen Brunson didn't play. They had a lot of injuries. That's an excuse too. All right, you know what, Harlem? You're right. You're right.
Other niggas have to step up,
You're right. All right. I'm making excuses. Hold on. No, Harlem, you're right. I'm not being sarcastic. You're right. Listen, you're right.
Just gotta step up. That's it.
I mean, I guess I was Jonathan and Gary. I was wrong last year, I guess, man, because I had the Knicks as the better team.
Other niggas gotta step up, bro.
And I was like, man, freaking Jalen Brunson.
You've been stuck on this for a half hour, man.
Yeah, I know.
Resolve here, like my gosh, this is not a Brooklyn Nets medical drama. Like,
but no, I'm just saying. I mean, Harlem is right. I'm a concede.
And at the end of the day, you make a lot of excuses for Simmons on the team. We call out Simmons for missing dunks, not being aggressive. We said he's hurt, John. He's hurt. Like, how is he hurt when they say he was medically clear to play at certain points, BK? Like, I can't with you sometimes. Ben Simmons, your favorite player, your golden goose, the guy you'll follow at Hollywood when it's all said.
Don't get into the Ben Simmons shit, bro.
Because she can be heartbroken for 30 minutes. I'm like, damn, this guy always made excuses for that guy. Every day we were on the show.
If he's injured, I mean, we want to do.
If you're medically clear to play, you have to play. And this guy did the same stuff he's doing since Trae Young embarrassed him, man, which is just not be aggressive. Like,
listen, I'm looking at these other players. Hold on, I'm looking at these other players like Kay Cunningham. I'm done with Ben Simmons, man. I don't want to hear about Ben Simmons anymore.
Whoa! So who's your next? Who's your next fan guy that you like?
So, you ever been a professional boxer, Gary?
Yeah.
Like you actually like fought real fights in the ring. You have?
Yeah.
All right. When Tank got knocked down, right?
Yeah.
And he said grease went in his eyes. You believed him?
It doesn't matter. It's a knockdown. It's a knockdown. I don't know if maybe it doesn't matter.
And the reason why I'm asking you that is because BK said he don't watch no other sports, right? Except basketball. But if he watched boxing, right? He the type of nigga that'll say some bullshit like that. Yo, grease went in his eye hole. I'm like, it wasn't a knock. Like, he that type of dickhead to say something like, yo, grease went in his eye hole. It was. Come on, bro. Stop it, man. You gotta stop with the excuses, bro. That's just starting to get played out, my nigga. You too.
No, I said, listen. I said you're right. I'm conceding, man. I said, Harlem, you're actually right. Because like I said, I had the Knicks as the better team. I had the Knicks winning the Pacers series last year, but they had key injuries. I'm like, I want them to show. I was like, yo, the Knicks got injuries. No, you're right.
Going for the Knicks.
You are 1,000% right, man. You're right.
I don't even want you going for the Knicks, though. I don't want you going for the Knicks. Because I feel like you like a bad omen, my nigga. When you go for the Knicks, I think we're going to lose. Go against us or something, please. We don't want the bad. We don't want the bad BK wrong on the Knicks, my nigga. Because I feel like you're going to go for the Knicks and then we're going to get smoked or some shit, bro. Please.
Well, no, I was rooting for, like I said, even last year, I was rooting for the Knicks last year. And again, they had injuries. We don't know when injuries can happen. I mean, injuries that can keep you out of a game or severely hamper you. We don't know when it can actually happen, man. So, no, you're right, Harlem. You're right. I'm not going to, you're right. You're right. See, when I defend the team, then I'm wrong, and when I defend Boston, I'm wrong too. So all right, I'm done.
I'm just listen. I'm just saying. I think the Knicks will beat the Pacers in Game 6. I think Halliburton will be exposed. Gary, he will be exposed. The Pacers will be exposed. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you're a better sport than BK. You take your L's like a man.
I took the L. I said the Celtics in 5, maybe 6. I was wrong. I took the L.
You took the Celtics, Gary? I'm sorry. I didn't even know that you took the thing. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't even know that you picked 5. Oh, okay. And I already know John thought we was just going to get swept off the earth.
Well, everybody in the world did, so can't fault the guy for going with the numbers.
But John, you still got to take the L.
I'm just saying, John.
No, I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan. I don't take no L's if it's for other teams. Stop it, Gary. Yeah. You bet against them too. Stop it, Gary. Take your L, Gary. Take your L. The same guy that wants hamburger help us Zion. Take your L.
Why am I?
Yo, John, we get Zion, man. We're gonna convert him, man, with the meat diet. Oh my gosh.
I guess I'm one of those guys.
Everybody trying to cook me, better be cooked back, bro.
No one's cooking you. You got. What?
No, but you're telling me to take an L when I'm not even a Boston fan or a Knicks fan. I'm not taking no L's.
Who did you pick to win the series?
I'm focused on the West. At the end of the day, everybody thought Boston was going to win it.
I didn't ask you what conference you focused on. I said, who did you pick to win
Everybody thought Boston was going to win it, but it's not my L. Did I personally say I had a stake in it?
It's your L. It was my L. It's your L.
No, it's not my L. Oh, my gosh. This guy is so wild, man.
Yo, what happened? Wait, hold on. What happened? Real quick, what's going on between you two, man? Y'all guys are cool. I'm feeling a little tension over here. What's going on?
I got no problem with you.
I got no tension, man. Listen, Gary wanted to start something. I cooked. That's it.
All right.
I wanted to start something. I picked the Knicks to win. I mean, I picked the Celtics to win. I was wrong. Harlem was right. I'll take the L. Why is that so hard?
First of all, I acknowledge the fact that I get up the East for the Brooklyn Nets because it's about Brooklyn.
You know what I got wrong about Harlem? Harlem wants things handed to him. He wants things easy. Me, I want a challenge. I don't want nobody giving me shit. I want to work for it. I want it as hard as possible.
He was still right about the Knicks.
Yo, this is crazy, bro.
That's it. And like I said, my fault, Harlem. My fault. You know, like
I got no problem with
Gary.
I'll be wrong.
And that's why, hold on, Captain Clark, you make a good point. This is why we can't get, even though, the Pacers did decimate an injured Cavs team. That's why we can't be so quick to say, the Pacers are going to decimate the Knicks because they beat the Cavs. We got to really see how it plays out.
Pacers won because they were the better team.
Gary.
No, the Cavs did have injuries too, though, Jonathan.
They had Donovan Mitchell. You had your main superstar.
Let me hear Harlem real quick. What are you saying, Harlem?
Yo, Gary, just never be a sore loser, right? Like I said, bro, win, lose, or draw, I have no problem saying we lost. If the Knicks lose, I already know going into this series, hamstrings, fingers, ankles is bad. If they lose to the Pacers, I'm not coming up here giving excuses. It's just weirdo behavior. The Knicks lost, the Pacers the better team. That's it. I'm not a fan of Draymond Green, right? On the record, I'm not a fan. When they lost, they asked him, yo, did you lose because you didn't have Steph Curry? Yo, bro, at the end of the day, Steph Curry had nothing to do with it. We just played bad. Minnesota the better team. That's honorable shit, Gary.
Yep.
Not, we didn't have Steph Curry. Like, that shit is corny, bro. You lost. Just salute the better team. That's it,
no,
nigga.
like I said, Harlem, it's okay. Like I said, you want things handed to you in life. You don't want to work for things. You want things easy.
It's not.
Why is that?
That's okay. You know.
I'm
not going to beat up an injured team like, yo,
ain't nothing getting handed to us. We won. We won, bro.
I want to know what it's like to be that team really healthy, man. But that's it.
We won, bro. We won, and you a sore loser.
No, I'm not a sore loser. I told you. I want the Knicks to win. Yo, Brooklyn Knicks fan, what's good, man?
You ask you a question, though, right? So if you're not a sore loser, then why Gary apologizing, saying he wrong?
Again, listen, you and I are just different. Again, I want to work for things. You want things handed to you. That's just how it is.
You a question.
That's okay.
Gary came up here and said he apologized. He was wrong. So why Gary saying he wrong if the Knicks?
No, I apologize too. I mean, we just have different outlook on life, and that's fine. Right. Like I said, I want things. Right. I don't want nobody to say, "Yo, man, BK, here's a YouTube channel. I'm just gonna give you 5 million subscribers." I want to work towards that. You want it. You want that.
BK, little advice. Don't keep flip-flopping every 5 minutes. Then, if you want,
I apologize. I understand your mindset. I get it now. I get it. Okay,
you're just a sore loser, bro. I understand your mindset, bro.
I mean, yo, listen. They won.
You do this every year. You do this every year, bro. Every time a team that you
was
think
okay for me to do it for the Knicks last year. Then I did it for the Knicks last year. You was okay with that? Hold on. No. Stop. I'll go back to the Knicks. Hold on. It was okay for me last year to do that for the Knicks, but now it's not okay for me to do that for the Celtics now?
What I'm trying to say to you is the Knicks also had injuries, right? Hold on. And when I pointed that out, your rebuttal was, but the Celtics injuries was worse. That's a stupid.
No, I said the Knicks would have won against the Pacers last year, but Jalen Brunson, they had a lot of key injuries.
Okay, and they got injured, BK, but at the end of the day, you act like you never in your life seen somebody injured, and niggas actually beat the team.
Hold on. If your best shooter goes down, all right. Let's hypothetically say, and I want Jonathan and Gary to answer this because Harlem is real emotional. If Mitchell Robinson doesn't play in that Knicks series against the Celtics, do they actually win that series?
Absolutely. Are you stupid?
I'm not asking you, Harlem. You're too emotional, man.
Ask me the question. Ask me the question. What's the question? Still win.
No, I said if Mitchell Robinson was hurt and he got injured in that series, do you actually think the Knicks actually win that series?
Well,
because Mitchell Robinson, he had the best plus minus. He was a huge factor in that series, man. A huge factor.
The huge factor was Brunson, BK, in those first 2 games. I would say
Mitchell Robinson had the best plus minus on the whole series.
How many free throws he missed?
No, but the rim protection.
You don't know what X factors are, BK, because you had that guy.
The offensive rebounding, right, which gave those guys. You can't give Jalen Brunson 2 shots in a row. You just can't do that. So offensive rebounding is actually key, and his defense, man. I mean, his rim protection. He was switching. He was getting out on the perimeter. So
BK, the Celtics missed over 100 threes. Did Mitchell Robinson have something to do with that? Oh my God!
Why did they have to take so many threes?
Watch these guys.
Why did they have to take so many threes?
Because that's their system. That they all want to be Stephen Curry. They thought it would be easy, and it didn't work.
Really, Jonathan?
Yes.
Yo, John, I wouldn't even wait.
Because Mitchell Robinson was in the paint.
Harlem, I know you relate to this, but Harlem, at the end of the day, Brunson was the X factor of the whole series. Without him, that Knicks didn't have a shot in hell. That Knicks didn't have a shot in hell of being the Boston Celtics. But you want to give it all to Mitchell Robinson?
He had a huge impact on the series.
Yo, Gary, I'm gonna tell you this, right? Let's say hypothetically Halliburton didn't play, right? And hypothetically Brunson didn't play, right? I still think the Knicks will win. And you can't say it's unfair because Halliburton not playing, right? and I still think the Knicks is just the better team, bro. That's it.
Yeah, no.
And if Brunson went down,
Brunson's more important to the Knicks than Halliburton is to the Pacers, I would say.
But what I'm saying to you is, I think
the Knicks. Nah, Gary, they need Halliburton. Halliburton is their closer. They don't have a lot of closers without Halliburton.
Yo, bro, Halliburton not even better than Siakam, bro. So how y'all just acting like Halliburton is not better than Siakam?
He's not better than him. You look at it from a one-dimensional like aspect, man.
Bro, Siakam is the better. He's the better player,
he's not the passer and the playmaker that Halliburton is. He doesn't get guys involved.
Siakam can't hit threes. I know Halliburton's three-point shot is a little screwy, but Siakam can't knock down threes like Halliburton can.
I'm telling you, bro, that shit is gonna be exposed, my nigga. And then you're gonna be on here crying about,
no, I'm not, man. I told you I want the Knicks. Hold on, I keep telling you, man. For the sake of basketball entertainment, I want the Knicks,
bro. I told you, you're a bad omen, man. Go for the Pacers, nigga. Don't go for the Knicks.
I'm going for what's the better storyline? The Knicks and the T-Wolves.
Player one. So Robinson is more important than Jalen Brunson. Oh my gosh, the guy who pretends to be a Knicks fan is. Oh my gosh, I can't.
No, yo, John. Actually, player one, not even a Knicks fan. Salute the player one. He another nigga that said he went for Boston, and when he lost, he was the first nigga to say, "Yo,
pull that out, man." Because at least you finally admit you're a Knicks fan. This guy's a flip-flopper, dude.
No. I'm not calling him out. Yo, John, I'm not calling him out. I'm saluting him. I'm saying that he went for Boston, but when they lost, like a real man, he said, "Yo, bro, I lost. I was wrong." He did the same shit as Gary. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like. You know what I'm saying? Yo, bro,
read with player one, because he actually concurs with me, all right? He says if they don't have him in that series, they lose that series. And I agree.
If they don't have Jalen Brunson, they lose that series. Come on,
bro. That's crazy.
Gary, what's your take? Mitchell Robinson, if he doesn't play in that series, he's injured. Do the Knicks actually win that series? I don't think they win.
Yeah,
I watched all the games. He had a huge impact, man.
Yeah, probably
I watched all the games too. He was still won. Yo, bro, let me remind you: if you watch the games, right? Mitchell Robinson was actually shooting us out the game, bro. If you actually watch the game,
how many free throws did he miss? Like 40 free throws?
Bro, I don't know how many free throws he missed, but actually. BK wrong. He was shooting the Knicks out the game to a point where he was unplayable. He only had one game where he hit like 6 free throws in a row, and I think that was game 5. Every other game.
He was the reason why they had to chuck so many threes.
BK, the Knicks fans would treat Mitchell Robinson like a cherry case with the free throws, man. Clapping insanely for him. My gosh.
Yo, bro,
how long has Mitchell Robinson been in the NBA? What's they call him? How long has Mitchell been in the NBA? For like 6 or 7 years? And he still can't hit free throws? Oh, my gosh.
He can't. Yo, bro, listen, whether Mitchell Robinson played or not,
man, what an X factor. Hey, player one, X factor, right? Oh my gosh.
And that's just what Boston do. They was gonna shoot threes whether Robinson played or not.
No,
that's and that's just their game plan, bro.
Listen. If you got guys dealing with injuries, especially what's his name? What's this dude's name? Drew Holiday just can't go to the rim and try to lay the ball up against Mitchell Robinson, man. Mitchell Robinson's gonna swat it to the damn to the stands over there, man.
You just said that, play one. Stop it.
Boston was gonna shoot anyway, though. That's just their game, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. It ain't matter if he played or not. Boston gonna live and die by the 3, bro.
No,
so. And that's what they was gonna do regardless, yo, bro. Mitchell Robinson had nothing to do with that, bro. They was gonna shoot regardless. That's Boston game. That's Boston game, bro. They like to shoot, bro.
He had the best plus minus in the whole series.
Was Mitchell Robinson defending the 3-point line, or Boston just missing shots? Like, come on.
I'm not saying he was their best player, but he was a huge X factor, and they don't win that series unless Mitchell Robinson really plays, man. He was a player one said it right.
You crazy? You crazy? I got a question for you, right? So how do you explain a 6'4" person taking step back fadeaway threes on somebody 5'9"? How do you explain that?
Well, who are you talking about?
I'm asking you a question.
What are you talking about?
How do you explain somebody? Oh, Tatum. Tatum was taking step back fadeaways on Jalen Brunson.
Tatum is 6'10". Not 6'4".
I said Jason Tatum.
Yeah, you said 6'4" against 5'9" guy.
Okay, cool.
Tatum is 6'10".
So if he, I don't think he that tall, but whatever height he is, how do you explain him taking step back threes on somebody that's 5'9"? Can you explain that?
Well, I mean, you had OG guarding him, right? OG Anunoby was guarding him.
No. I'm not talking about OG. Stop trying to change the narrative. I'm talking about when Brunson was guarding him. He was taking step back fadeaway threes. Can you explain that?
That's what Gary was saying. How the Boston Celtics beat themselves. You know exactly. You're right.
That's what I was saying.
So what I'm saying is it had nothing to do with Mitchell Robinson. He could have easily went to the hole, easily backed him down, faded away. This nigga was taking fadeaway threes. So that's what I'm saying. Whether Robinson
is like 255, 60. So it's going to be hard for Jason Tatum to like really kind of explode through contact against Mitchell Robinson. Man.
Stop it. You're telling me Tatum couldn't score Mitchell Robinson. Stop it.
Hey, yo, bro. Then on top of that, BK, right?
What the?
Why your point is
you don't know basketball, bro.
No, you don't. BK Mitchell Robinson has a torn ankle, man, with screws on it. You tell me Tatum couldn't get it over him? Come on,
big body. You're not going to just power through him. But Jason Tatum
power through him like that. Tatum do a monster dunk on them, man. What are you talking about in that series?
All right, I got to educate Jonathan. So you have
nothing. BK, the Celtics beat themselves because they all thought they could be Stephen Curry against the Knicks. Stop it.
Is like running into a wall, man. I mean,
a wall. He's not a quick defender. You think he is?
What?
Oh my gosh!
Say that again. Hold on. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna be quiet. Say that again.
BK, so you're telling me Jason Tatum, one of the best scorers in the NBA, can't score off a guy who's a backup center with leg issues and is not a quick defender? You told me he can't score him?
He's not a backup. They just Tips is actually having him like putting him in the.
He's playing off the bench, so he's a backup.
But he's not a career backup though. He's a career starter. That's one.
Oh my god.
And two, he's a big guy, man. You're not gonna just be able to move him like that. Can a 12-year-old kid just move you out of the way when you're playing basketball?
Have you seen Jason Tatum interior offense? Like he just dunk on many different players, no matter how tall they may look. Haven't you seen that?
Mitchell Robinson is a big guy. Right? You're not gonna just you can't just overpower him like that.
Oh man.
So yo, BK, I gotta disagree with you, right? If you was talking about the 12-year-olds, no. Dead ass, and you actually gonna agree with me if you actually got common sense. If you was talking about 12-year-olds from like the late 90s, early 2000s, yes. But some of these 12, 13-year-olds, bro, is 6'7".
Some of them, not all of them.
No, right. So I'm saying, like, you can't say that you gonna move every 12-year-old. Nah, bro. Some of these 12-year-olds is moving grown-ass men out the way, bro.
Captain Crunch, use lowercase letters, please. It doesn't make you sound like a badass. Stop it.
Some of them are. But all right, let's go lower than 11 years old. There's 11, 10-year-old. As a matter of fact, you know what? No. There's grown men. Basketball players come in all different shapes and sizes. So you got grown men who are like 130 pounds playing basketball. And if I'm 240, 250, that 130-pound grown man basketball, he's not going to be able to push through me like that. He's just not going to be able to do it. You know, I mean, that's the thing. Mitchell Robinson was a X factor in that series, man.
Oh my! Jalen Brunson was an X factor. I don't want to give the Knicks any credit, but if Brunson wasn't making those crazy threes in that game 1 against Boston, Mitch Robinson wasn't doing anything to impact that. So you just want to give him credit because he may have played semi-okay defense because Towns was in foul trouble. Okay, I'll give you that. But still, he was not an X factor on the free throw line. Come on.
All right.
Semi? You said semi? No, he was a huge X factor, man.
BK, if Jalen Brunson isn't in this series, they're being demolished by what's ever left of Boston.
Guys, the first 3 games the Knicks won were extremely close. If you take any of the contributing players away, they probably don't win. It was a team effort. Like Mitchell Robinson was a big part of that. Like I don't understand what the argument is. This doesn't degrade.
We'll see in the Pinson series, Gary, if that's true or not. Hey.
No, we're talking about this past series. We're talking about the Celtics series.
Yes, beating an injured Boston team. Yes, got it. I mean, BK, I can only give people so much, man. But
come on. Boston. Yes, he was a big contributor to him beating Boston. Yes.
Oh, yes. He was such a big contributor. Like, he scored all those big 3-point shots that Brunson scored. He had those defensive stops Mikal had. Yes. X Factor, Robinson, man. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, just because
I don't even understand what's going on in this conversation. Mitchell Robinson was big in that series, was he not?
I know. That's what I'm trying to tell him. He was huge. They don't win the series without him.
They won games in overtime. They won games by 1 point. Like, the games were all really tight. If anything goes different, they probably don't win. Like, yes, he was he wasn't the biggest part of that. Brunson's the best.
All right, hold on. No, Gary, let me ask somebody.
That's all I'm correcting, Gary, is that. All I'm correcting is that. Some people are going over that.
Hold on. If Mitchell Robinson is protecting the paint, right? Is it easy for Jason Tatum just to go in there and dunk on Mitchell Robinson like that or lay the ball up?
He would put Mitchell in foul trouble.
Huh?
John,
no, Gary, the question is, Jonathan doesn't agree with this. So I'm saying Mitchell Robinson is guarding the paint, right? He's saying that Tatum could have did more. He's able to score on Mitchell Robinson at will. Do you actually agree with that?
No. Like, Mitchell Robinson was phenomenal in that series. He was a big part of the reason why Boston settled for so many threes.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Boston missed a lot of shots because they thought they were
Mitchell Robinson being in the paint.
They couldn't score in the paint. A big reason why they couldn't score in the paint was Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
Yo, Gary, so let me ask you this, Gary, right? So when Mitchell Robinson, he doesn't start, right? So since you and BK's angle is that he shoots a lot, right? So let me ask you this question. When Mitchell Robinson wasn't playing, because he's not a starter,
right? And
it was just Cat on the floor, right? And most of y'all think Cat is a bitch anyway, and he's soft. Why was Boston taking a lot of threes then? Now, go back and listen to what I just said. Mitchell doesn't start. So when he was on the bench at the beginning of the game for them first 5 or 6 minutes, why was Boston still jacking up threes if Mitchell Robinson was the sole reason why they were shooting? Because they were shooting a bunch of threes.
He was the sole reason. Not you're switching goalposts on me. I said he was a big reason. He's a big
I'm not
reason
saying you. I'm saying no. Not you, Gary. No. Not you, Gary. BK was saying he was the reason, but I'm saying Mitch on the bench.
Because he came off the bench doesn't mean he played like a minimum amount of minutes. He played a lot of minutes.
No. You're not listening to what I'm saying, BK. I'm gonna say it again. Mitchell doesn't start. You said the main reason the Celtics was shooting was because he was in the paint. So I said he doesn't start the game. He's on the bench for the first 6 minutes. Listen to what I'm saying. When he's on the bench to start the game, Boston was still jacking threes. So if you're saying that Mitchell was the reason that they were shooting threes and he's on the bench, why was Boston still shooting threes? Why wasn't they attacking the rim when he wasn't playing?
I mean, Tatum is a jump shooter. I mean, I don't. Tatum is not a guy. He's not like a Donovan Mitchell or anything like that. I mean, actually playing what I'm saying it right here. He's really a jump shooter. That's really
so you're proving the point that I'm making. Boston was gonna shoot regardless if he was in the game or not. That's just what they did. They was just gonna live and die by the shot. I rest my case. That's all I'm saying.
That's what Boston did. They beat themselves those first 2 games. It wasn't because Mitchell Robinson was stopping them. They should have adjusted the strategy.
Hold on, man. Don't say that, Jonathan. You're going to trigger Harlem. Don't say that.
Tom actually agrees with me on that part.
No, he doesn't.
When your jump shots aren't falling, what do you do?
Yeah.
Just to
you go to the hole, and that's something that Boston refused to do the whole series. Now, I do agree.
Because Robinson was there.
No, Gary, they chose not to do it because Joe Mazzulla believes 3 points are analytically better.
Your player was funny.
Hey, yo.
He said Jonathan never touched the basketball.
No, I actually have player 1, you flip flopper.
Yo, Gary, I don't agree with that, Gary, because would you agree that Rudy Gobert is the best defensive big man left in the playoffs as far as like rim protector? Yeah, right?
As far as a shot blocker, okay, maybe, yeah, probably.
Okay, right. So nobody's scared to go to the rim on him. So why the fuck do you think people would be scared to go to the rim on Mitchell Robinson? I'm just saying it's a fool for thought, bro.
I don't agree. I think Rudy Gobert absolutely keeps people from driving the lane. I don't even like Rudy Gobert. I think Rudy Gobert is completely overrated.
Did you watch the game tonight? Chet, J-Dub, all them niggas was going to the rim on him.
Because they had the fast break going.
Rudy can't run.
Half court sets. Rudy can't defend in transition. If you
get it, Gary, but I'm just saying, bro.
To do that.
And I'm a Knicks fan, but I don't think nobody's scared to go to the rim on Mitchell Robinson, bro.
Harlem. I can't believe you and I are on the same page about this. And you're a Knicks fan, I'm a Nets fan. These two guys are gets. I'm surprised about that.
Yes, Mitchell Robinson is a disruptor. He can block shots, but I don't think nobody's going in. I don't think the Pacers is going into the series and Pascal Siakam is saying, "Yo, I'm not gonna ever challenge Mitchell Robinson."
He's not going to be able. Hold on. He's not going to be. How much Mitchell Robinson weighs? Hold on. He's not going to be able to bully
Mitchell foul trouble. Don't you get it? Oh my God!
No.
He's not going to be able to bully. He's not going to be able to bully Mitchell Robinson like that. He's not going to just push him and move him in.
It's a difference between being able and attempting, BK. I'm not saying he can bully him, right?
And he's not. You know what? And that's where Mitchell Robinson is going to affect the deficiency because he's not. You're going to have to.
Listen what I said. Differently. I said Pascal Siakam is not going to be scared to attack the rim. So my point and what you're saying is two different things. I never said he's going to bully him. I never said it's going to be an easy layup. I just said I don't think nobody is scared to attack the rim on Mitchell Robinson. I don't think Pascal is going into a Knicks game saying I'm going to be scared to go to the rim on Mitchell Robinson. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Hey, Mitchell Robinson, they say he's 240 pounds. He don't look 240 to me. He looks like he's a big boy. But like Şengün is 240. Like Şengün actually weighs more than him. Like he's 243. And look how skinny Şengün looks and compared to Mitchell Robinson.
I will say Robinson looks big. Did you see the game when Mitchell Robinson closed out on Jalen Brown?
He was good, man. Yo, Easy E, pull up real quick, man. I
I still have every game. I watched the whole thing.
So like I fuck with Mitchell Robinson, but the Pacers, like nobody's gonna be scared to go to the rim against him, bro. Like OG Toppin, Pascal Siakam. Them guys got size 6'10", 6'8". Like they're not gonna be scared to attack Mitch. And then if you're smart, that's what you actually want to do to get him in.
Yo, shout out to Yolanda Waterfield, man. Keeping it real, bro.
Like, so like you're not gonna just be shooting jump shots, and that's what I'm trying to say, BK. So that's why your whole angle is like non and void because it's like, bro, like he's a bench guy. So if somebody is shooting threes 5 or 6 minutes before he even gets in the game, you can't even use the angle of people scared to go to the hole on him. And then nobody looks at Cat as a rim protector. So you would think for the 5 or 6 minutes you're gonna attack Cat.
We'll find out tomorrow, Harlem. Like if Mitchell Robinson gets cooked by the Pacers tomorrow, BK's wrong. And if he actually plays semi defense and they beat the Pacers, hey, you might be right. We'll find out tomorrow on this theory.
Yeah, even all the chats disagree with you, Harlem, because everybody's saying you're wrong about Mitch.
That's cool. I mean, bro, listen, like everybody got their own opinion. I'm just saying, like, I don't think nobody's scared to go to the rim against him, bro. Yeah, he's 7'2". Like we seen Cam Johnson dunk on Joel Embiid, right?
Well, here's another thing. The Pacers are number one in 3-point shots. Can Mitchell Robinson guard the 3-point line, Mr. Hoops?
Yes, he can. He actually showed that.
Stop.
Gary, let him know, man. Come on.
If Indiana shoots 40,
Harlem, he just capped, man.
Hang on. If Indiana shoots threes at like a 42% clip, they're going to win the series. It's that simple. If they are red hot from three, the Knicks are going to lose. If Indy shoots,
who you got winning tomorrow, Gary?
They're going to lose.
Who you got winning tomorrow, Gary?
I got Indy in 7. I'm taking Indy to win the series.
No.
Oh, wow.
Who you got winning tomorrow? Okay. Who you got winning tomorrow? I said.
Game 1. I'm taking Indy to win the series. I'll take Indy in game 1.
All right.
I didn't really think it through like that, but I take Indy in 7. So I'll take Indy.
I got the Knicks winning game 1.
You got Indy in 6. Yo, John, I know you're going for Indiana, right?
Yeah, I think about 6. I'm gonna try to be fair with 6.
Yo, John, let me ask you a question, John.
Yo,
right?
BK, what's the word? Real quick. What's the word?
Yo, let me ask you something real quick, man. So Harlem and I, we had like a major. Hold on 1 second, because Easy has limited time. We had a big, huge blowout over here, man. Like a huge argument, man. So the Knicks series, right, and the Celtics series. So I'm thinking, like, since Tatum and Porzingis didn't play, I mean, if you was in their position, are you beating your chest over that, or you kind of lucky that those two didn't even play?
I'm not beating my chest over it. I gotta acknowledge the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no way you can't just acknowledge like a 30-point score, a 20-point score, 10 rebound, both of them missing from the team. You gotta acknowledge that. But at the same time, too, though.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
But at the same time, too, though, I mean, they were making a comeback, so it was fun to see how that series played out. But real quick, it was on the Celtics, but
yeah, where you at, man? It's 2:30. It's 2:30 in the morning, man. Where you at, man?
Oh, I'm in the spot. I'm in the spot. But yo,
I said I'm in the spot. My boy Easy be getting around, boy.
All right, so Easy E agrees with me, man. So you see that, Captain Crunch? He agrees with me for the most part.
Real quick, BK.
Yo, BK, you know what's crazy?
Hold on.
Even through all that, Knicks was still up 2-0. Even though the Celtics they shot themselves in the foot. But I will agree with this. I did hear y'all chopping up. Mitchell Robinson played a huge part in that. A huge part of that. Don't disrespect that man. Don't you dare disrespect that man. He played a huge part of that, nigga. Better sit the fuck down and watch out who you talking about. That man played a huge part about that, nigga. Y'all would have
nobody's scared to go to the rim. Yo, Easy, listen. Because you come on here agreeing with this nigga, don't make him right, bro. He's just like
that's
niggas do
fact,
agree
nigga.
with him.
It don't matter if he's right or not. It's a fact, nigga. Who you have protecting the rim,
nigga? No. It's not a fact. It's not a fact. I'm about to cook you now.
Fact, my nigga.
It's not a fact. You know why? Because I'm going to hit you with the same shit I just hit him with. And please explain yourself. Don't run away, my nigga. Please stay. Right? So he said, right? So peep game, Easy. BK angle was that Boston was only shooting the ball because Mix was in the paint, right? But Mitchell doesn't start the game. He's a bench player. So for the 5 or 6 minutes that he's on the bench, why was Boston still shooting him?
So that's a fun question to ask me, bro. But if you watch the game, bro, you can see how the Boston Celtics play.
I can't hear you. You got to speak up, bro.
Real quick. That's a fun question, my nigga. But at the end of the day, we could see the games and see how the Boston Celtics play. Their first few plays with them getting to the three, and plus the Knicks was giving them open threes that from the plays that they want to shoot. So that's a fun thing to say, my nigga. But the game says something different. So you could just put that hypothetical.
No. I'm just no. It's not hypothetical. It ain't a hypothetical. It's not a hypothetical. It's a fact. Your man said that out his own mouth. He said the reason Boston was shooting threes was because Mitchell was in the game. So I just rebutted with something that he couldn't answer. And I asked you the same question and you couldn't answer it. So I didn't just make that up. That's what your man said.
Hold
on. Mitch would guard the 3-point line.
Hold on. I did answer the question. You talking about the first 5 minutes and BK talking about a summary of the game. So if you want to pertain to the first 5 minutes where they get into their 3-point offense, that's cool.
No.
But throughout
just said when Mitchell played.
Throughout the game, bro. JB and JT try to get to the rim and Mitch met him. We not gonna act like that did not happen, my nigga. Stop
bro, they shot way more threes than they went to the rim, bro.
So what?
They was gonna shoot threes regardless.
But what does that matter? It
matters because they was gonna shoot threes regardless. That's why it matters.
But my point still stands. When they decided to go to the paint, Mitch met them, right or wrong?
Yeah, all right. So you basically proving my point. Nobody's scared to go to the rim against Mitch. That was my whole argument. Nobody's scared to go to the rim against him. That was my whole argument.
Bro. I don't know why you talking like this. This is the playoffs. If you going into playoffs with fear about going up against somebody, my nigga, that you shouldn't be on the floor. So this fear against somebody doesn't matter, my nigga.
This is what no. Yo, Easy. The nigga that you coming on here defending, he's the nigga that said that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's the one. He's the one that said. No.
What the fuck you
got? No. Listen to what I'm saying, right? Your whole argument is based off of what he's saying, which is a non and void argument. What I'm saying is nobody's scared to go. No, but nobody's scared to go to the rim against Knicks. That's what I'm saying.
Nobody
and then you just basically said what I said.
Draymond, Rudy, Evan Mobley.
Okay, but bro. So again, hold on. So again, you're proving my point. That's all my point was. BK said that niggas is scared to go to the rim against Mitch. I said no, they're not. So what did you just say? If you're scared to go to the rim, you shouldn't even be playing. So case closed. You just proved my point, my nigga. That's the point. You just proved my point.
Hold on. Let me ask you this question, right? And I gotta go real quick. But let me ask this question. So
what's good?
First 20 shots, right? For your first 20 shots, your first 10, you shot 3. Your next 3, you try to go to the rim, and 2 of them you got blocked, and 1 of them fell out your hand. You feel confident about the next 7 going to the rim?
Absolutely. You got to keep playing, right?
Do you feel confident about the next 7?
I just told you, absolutely. You gotta keep playing, right? How many times you seen Russell Westbrook try to dunk on Rudy Gobert, nigga?
Hold on. Okay, since you said right? What did we see in the game?
But that's Boston, bro. You can't project it on everybody.
No. Now you ducking the question. What did we see?
No. I'm just keeping it a buck. You like Boston might have did what your logic is, but like you can't project it on everybody because Boston
it's not my logic,
said,
my nigga. It's what happened, my nigga. They shot.
But that's Boston. But that's Boston though, easy. And that don't mean Indiana is gonna use that logic.
But we talking about Boston.
You feel me?
Why are we going to Indiana?
No, because you're saying that Boston that happened to Boston, but just because Boston is scared, that don't mean the next team gonna be scared. Miles Turner's a good shot blocker, right? So if he blocks Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson, should they just be like, oh man, I'm not gonna take it in and settle for jump shots? Nah, bro, because we all know them shits ain't gonna always go in. You gotta do something different, my nigga. You gotta change it up.
Bro, real quick, bro. That's a fun thing to say, but even with today's
God, yo, stop it, easy. Stop it, bro.
Bro, even with
stop it. That's facts, though.
Hold on. With today's game, with the T-Wolves, with a physical team like that been fucking up everybody, whoever they've been playing against. And then
bro, I already said that OKC is gonna make easy work of Minnesota.
No, hold on.
OKC gonna make easy work of.
No. Hold on.
We already know that, bro.
No.
Bro, Minnesota can't fuck with OKC, bro. I don't even see a debate from you, bro. It's over.
Hold on, bro.
It's no debate. They're gonna lose in 6.
No.
Easy work, man.
Hold on. We've been seeing them.
Y'all niggas is just Ant Edwards fans, and y'all want to see Ant Edwards win, bro. He gonna get smoked, my nigga.
Hold on.
Pack it up next year. It's over.
Hold on, bro.
Miles Turner's soft player one. Wasn't soft in the Cavs series.
Hold on, bro. I'm about to get up out of here. Hold on, bro. A physical
I'm listening
team resorted to jump shots today. So niggas could change their mind on a fucking dime. Don't act like niggas gonna keep on doing the same thing if it don't work, my nigga. Don't act like
you know why they changed their mind, easy? Because OKC, you know, like I know, they are offensive juggernaut and they are defensive juggernaut. And I told niggas OKC was gonna put belt the fucking ass, and they did just that. And nothing's gonna change. They're gonna keep putting belt the ass, bro. So I really don't get you niggas arguing. Minnesota cooked. Anybody get packed. And you sound like you went for Minnesota. You shouldn't have went for Minnesota because they cooked, my nigga.
No. I went for OKC. I already know what the better team is. But you see, you trying to assume shit. You hear what I'm saying. But hear what I'm saying.
Nah. I'm just saying it sounded like you was kind of fucking with Minnesota. So, you know what I'm saying? I was checking.
I do fuck with Minnesota. But real quick, let me just say this before I get out of here. Like I said, a physical team. They've been fucking everybody up in the paint. The main point, beat around the bush, fuck the bush. You know what I'm saying? The main point is, niggas will go to the paint, but when that shit don't work, they will change their mind. Let's act like these niggas not like they human, my nigga. They not robots.
You can change, but you know, like I said, bro, just because you change, it don't mean that you scared. That's all I'm saying is niggas ain't scared. I never said you can't change. My whole position was nobody's scared to take it in against Mitchell Robinson. That's it, bro, and I stand on that, nigga. Like he a regular nigga like anybody else, nigga. Like, how many niggas?
Oh, Ella, man.
Hey, Easy. Wait. Can I ask Easy one question? Easy, what's your thoughts on what Theo Pinson said today on the podcast with this?
Yeah. Theo Pinson, he's saying that it's a real thing that the Giannis wants to come to Brooklyn. What do you think, man?
Nigga not coming to Brooklyn, man. Nigga going to Queens.
Brooklyn. We got the ass. No, he ain't going for one pick. No.
Brooklyn shouldn't entertain it unless they come in with something more. Unless they giving us a deal that's not going to squeeze
I just said that, Easy. He's not coming unless you got another player, bro. It's over. He's not going to the Nets.
Hold on. I'm not saying
all you niggas is in fantasy delusion.
Yeah, he's just mad because he doesn't want to come to the Knicks.
Hold on. Let me see it.
My nigga, the Knicks getting ready to go to the finals. What I'm mad about,
bro? Let
Easy
get taken.
Hold on. Jesus Christ, my nigga. Hold on, bro. I'm about to get out of here, bro. They shouldn't go for Giannis unless it's not an offer that's squeezing all their assets. We built this shit up for. We can't just give it up in one go, especially if you get that man. But I wouldn't entertain it too much. But if you want to, I wouldn't move off the table. That's a top 5 player. So it is what it is. But let me get up out of here.
And you want to move off of who you said?
Nah, not move off nobody. Just make sure it don't squeeze all your assets. But BK, let me get up out of here, man.
All right,
BK. Niggas be running to Breezy fucking channel, my nigga. It was a wild people thing that all of a sudden they all hip to this nigga. What the fuck going on here?
I wonder what happened to everybody.
Yo, you and BK and Hall were going mad at each other like a boxing fight, man. Like, pew, pew, pew.
Yo,
they were
that was your man's though. You don't really be over there anymore like that.
Nah, that's my man's. I'm just saying that nigga glazed too much, my nigga. I tell him that in his face, bro. You glazing too much, man. I can't do all that all day, bro. Not all day, man.
You know I respect Giannis takes, Easy. You always give it 100, bro. I respect that, man.
That's bull. You got to keep it 100, man.
I always do too, man. Even when I'm outspoken, you know me, Easy. I always keep 100, bro. No matter who tries to.
Hey, John, you already saw. I'll put that super chat for you.
Yo, you the only one that did, man. I will always remember that, bro. That's a real one right there in my book, for real.
You was cooking that nigga 3 to hard way.
Bro, I was cooking up a storm, bro. But, you know, it wasn't a debate. Remember, I can't be messy, right, Easy?
Nah, yeah, you can't be messy. But leave that.
Oh, you was cooking Breezy, yo?
Yeah, leave that shit to me when I pull up. But yo, BK, I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, man. All right.
I'm just gonna leave it at I make fun content. I'm just gonna leave it at that, man. You know, new day.
I mean, hey, man, it is what it is, man.
Yo, Ella, man.
I heard you was over there cooking.
No, it was a good debate. It was a good debate. It was a good debate, man. You know, I always stick to what I think makes the most sense, and I try to defend it with good arguments. That's it.
Yo, so Ellen, what you think about this whole Giannis thing? Theo Pinson said he heard it's real. He wants to come over here. I don't know why he would want to come over here, but like, what do you think, man?
I don't really see much. I don't really see him coming here. Like I said, they according to them, they want to. They want to just like. What's up with you, Ellen? They want to gut the entire team, like as they should, because he's a top 3 player. But as you know, what I'm saying they want to gut the entire team of whoever's trading for him. We just got back good assets. It don't make sense, and plus, there's really nobody here to pair him with. Like, you're gonna have to build.
Yo, just because Giannis moved to the Hamptons, BK, that don't mean nothing, bro. He just moved to the Hamptons, nigga. He moved to the Hamptons so he could come to Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying?
Ella, my question to you is this: say that fears are calming out, somehow don't fall on a draft board, and we're somehow left with Knipple. Is that what we should do as opposed to Giannis thing if we're stuck in that type of situation? Because everything I'm hearing people who talk about Knipple, he's not that guy. And we might be forced to do that.
I think he could be a good replacement.
He fits places like San Antonio, Utah, like places where they have the guy already. Like I don't think.
Well, you gotta build it. You gotta build the team up, though, man. I mean, I actually like his game.
That doesn't work, BK. A Thomas court does not work. That's not going to do nothing.
Who says they're keeping Cam Thomas? The next show is going to be on Cam Thomas. Man.
Oh no! Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna be a good one, man. Here we go.
Detroit Cam Thomas. They could have him. They could let him go, man.
What? So you want to do Thomas for Ivy? Is that what you want to do?
No, I don't want. Listen, they could take Cam Thomas. They can go, man. Because like Cam Thomas.
Stop it, stop! Come on, you ain't giving Cam away for free. What the? Yeah, I can't. This is wild.
Hey, yo, BK, since you like picking and choosing comments, right? I got a comment for you, right? Brooklyn Nets fan said Giannis doesn't respect the Nets. Put that shit on the screen, nigga. Because that's exactly what the fuck it is. He don't respect the Nets. Put that on the screen.
That's from a Knicks fan account. Stop it. That's from a Knicks fan account.
Yo, bro.
Does he know Giannis? Does he know Giannis? If he doesn't know Giannis, that is nothing but propaganda.
John, even Brooklyn niggas don't believe he want to go to the Nets, bro. These is niggas from
Theo
Brooklyn.
Pinson just said it. Wait, hold on. Did you see the video? Theo Pinson just said it'd be good business. Giannis should make a lot of investment money off of it.
I just think people are using Brooklyn for leverage. Like, I don't think it's
LM. These niggas is from Brooklyn, born and raised. And they don't think that he want to come there. They from Brooklyn. Theo Hansen ain't from Brooklyn, nigga. These niggas on the panel is from Brooklyn, actually, bro. And they don't even believe you, bro. Like, Giannis don't want to.
I don't think he's using us for leverage. I don't think it's necessarily he wants to play here. I just think every superstar named Brooklyn in the past few years. Like Dame named us, and Dame went to freaking Milwaukee. Like.
And we had 3 superstars here once upon a time. You know what the great thing about being in Brooklyn is? We're always in conversation starters. You don't think teams like the Wizards and all these other bottom feeder teams wish they could actually be in those conversations every freaking year? So for the Nets, it will happen eventually that a star again will come here. But it's just the Nets shouldn't go, oh, we should tank again, get screwed out of the draft lottery by the Boston Celtics. We'll probably get gift wrapped AJ Abasa, and we let Giannis go. It's like you have to be willing to take on any opportunity if it presents itself. This is an opportunity.
John,
I think the only thing with that is realistically, this is why, and I don't know. I'm not necessarily off trying to get into the draft next year. My only thing is don't go into the draft next year with the 6th best odds. I would hope that you
LM, do you trust Sean Marks and Joe Desai to run the ship? As they gave Jordy full control, and if we still have Claxton and Johnson here, it's going to be the same crap show we saw. We only have 1 pick the following year. Like we probably might get the 7th or 8th pick again, or the 10th pick.
Well,
like that's going to be a failure.
The beauty of next year's draft is, if you're at 7 next year, you don't necessarily have to complain because next year's draft is going to be loaded. Like I think Boston probably would try to tank, but I think Jaylen Brown is going to be healthy next year.
Let me ask you something, man. Let's
Why would Boston tank, though? They still got Jaylen Brown. What?
I don't think Jaylen Brown is enough. Not for that.
Let me ask you something, LM. You think AJ Abasa is better than what's his name? From Detroit. What's his name? Kay Cunningham?
Yo, come on, BK. You can't even compare that, bro. This nigga's in college. You can't come on, BK. Stop, bro. It's not even comparable, bro.
I don't know.
Oh, no, he'll show you the highlights, Paul. He'll show you the 5-minute highlights.
Once he gets drafted, he has the potential to be. But I don't think as of right now, Cade.
I mean, like picture where AJ Abasa is at right now. Like he can do pretty much anything.
I mean, he could. He definitely has the potential to be. He definitely did. He could be better than Cade once he makes the league in a few years. But
I'm gonna ask this, LM. Right? I got a question for y'all. So it's rumblings about Philly trading a 3rd pick for KD. You would do that?
Trading the 3rd pick. Was that again? Say that again, Harlem.
It's rumblings about Philadelphia trading the 3rd pick to go after Kevin Durant. Would you do that?
Man, KD, he's washed, man.
I don't see that working.
You traded a 30. You traded a 34-year-old
man. Like he doesn't go to the rim.
Yeah. Bro, KD averaging 30, bro. That's washed.
Paul, the problem is KD and Embiid are both injury prone. I don't think that combination works, and I don't see that being a good fit.
I think Phoenix is going to take Paul George's contract.
Oh, that would be nasty.
Actually, contract. Embiid was healthy. I mean, yeah, it could. I don't know. I don't know if they get to the finals with Embiid and Kevin Durant.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I want Giannis on the Knicks, but LM, you know what I'm doing, bro? I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, right? if I'm this GM, when Cooper Flag ass hit the board, right? And everybody's like, yo, with the number 1 pick, and the nigga Cooper think he going to Dallas, I'm hitting the audible. Yo, the Dallas Mavericks traded the number 1 pick to the Bucks for Giannis. I'm hitting them with the
they're not doing that. Hold on. They said they're not doing that. They already refuted that.
Wait, hold on.
Bro,
Player one.
I'm doing it.
Player one. I think
that though.
No. You might do it, but Dallas ain't doing it.
Rigged for like
no.
3 through 5.
Honestly, John, you can't say that, right? Because now I'm not hating on Cooper, John, so don't take it in that own way. But Cooper Flag is a rookie, right? These guys are veterans that know how to win. They don't have time to try to coach this kid up to try to help them win a title. So it would be smart to get a vet like Giannis or whoever else, KD, and trade Cooper and let him do him and learn the ropes while they get a vet and go for the championship. I'm just saying from a smart perspective, bro.
In theory,
trade 8.
In theory, maybe, but everything I've heard is like the reason why they got Cooper is because Nico needs a full plan if this Anthony Davis Kyrie experiment goes kaput in the next year or two, and they have Cooper. I don't think they could do it, be honest. Yeah, I don't think they do it, for honest. I think you got to look at the Spurs right now because they have Dylan Harper and LM. You know, you're big into the Spurs stuff. They have Stephon Castle, who's really on the rise. I don't think you could play Harper and Castle together. So they're a team to look out for with Giannis.
Bro. Yo, listen, LM, he called the gym, bro, because I remember he said this like last year. He's like, yo, Stephon Castle. Yo, LM, that was a great call, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That kid is a stud.
Man, and Brooklyn, if we had the 3rd pick in that draft and we selected Castle, man, could we be in a different position right now? But our pick was to the Rockets.
I mean, player one, you do got Cam Boozer next year too. So I mean,
Cam Boozer for LM for me. If we are tanking, Cam Boozer would be the best pick to get in the draft for us because we do need a forward. He could do a little bit of everything. Like he definitely is that versatile, ultimate type player. But I don't even know if we have a shot at him. LM. I don't trust this organization right now. They have not shown us they can follow on a game plan.
I just think because every team that did the tanking got a higher pick than us. So it's like realistically, I don't think it's necessarily. I think if it comes to number 1 picks, it is a possibility of being rigged. But for us, we just had to land. I feel like I would have felt better if we at least landed 4 or 5. Like
LM, if we had 4 or 5, Edgecombe and Ace are in our pocket, but the other guys would tell me, no, John, because we don't have stars, it wouldn't have mattered. Are you kidding me? If we had the worst record of those 2 teams, we're sitting pretty right now. But
that's what I'm saying. If we were bottom 3, we at least would have been 4, 5, or 6.
Oh gosh, man! NBA DraftNet has us picking Jaeger. Oh man,
I want to be so. Let's. I'll be honest with you. If we miss out on all the guys we want, Jaeger is still on the board. I don't mind taking with that lottery pick just because he's a 6'8" point guard that we can truly develop. At the end of the day, if I'm stuck in a position, I got to go for the best potential development.
He might be 6'10" because he measures 6'8" barefoot. So he might.
So John and LM, I want to ask y'all a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first time I'm gonna leave BK alone because like he actually agreed with me. So this ain't for BK, but this is for y'all too, right? Mm-hmm. So now that the tanking didn't get y'all a top 3 pick how y'all wanted, can y'all just apologize and say that y'all was wrong and it wasn't really worth the tank?
It definitely was, and I'm not going to apologize, but I will acknowledge.
I'm just saying.
No, Harlem.
Hold on. I don't think we were wrong.
I appreciate you, John. Thank you.
Because
I'm listening. I just think I think Dylan came up on Breezy podcast. The team that has the 6th best odds going into the lottery never lands top 3. It is just the simple fact since they've changed.
Remember, I don't know if you guys ever played, like if it was ever part of a raffle. That's what it's like, man. You could buy like 250 raffle tickets, right? And I buy 5 tickets, and I could actually win the raffle.
This had nothing to do with raffles.
That's how they have it set up right now.
BK.
Since they changed the lottery, the team with the 6th best odds for the past few years which at one point was the Knicks, has never landed top 3 ever.
Right.
And never happened. And so when you go into the lottery with the top 6 odds, yes, you're going to expect disappointment. Like,
yeah.
So, wait, can I just
say this one thing, Helm? I will acknowledge this, though. At the end of the day, this organization, they screwed this whole thing up. I think many people that wanted us to get topic, we could have been in a good position. Let's think about this. Before February, we were tied with the Hornets for 4th best odds. Then, for some weird reason, we went on winning month of February. We were out of a half game of a playing spot. Then we landed the 6th odds. So, this organization screwed it up. So, I agree with you at this, though. If they weren't going to commit to a tank, you should have committed to a different plan then. And that's why I'm looking at all different outlets. I want this team to get back to winning culture. I don't want us to be a bottom barrel team because this organization can't commit to anything.
The problem was we was winning too many games. Like that's on
the organization. That's on the organization's part. If the organization could purposely do it, we could have done it. We chose not to.
Y'all not getting a top 3 pick. So let me say this to LM because LM also made another good point that I want to point out. He said, if this is actually, and this ain't for you, BK. He said, if this is an actual generational talent draft, right? Like how some of y'all think, then the 8th pick could possibly be a generational talent.
Not a generation, a deep draft, not a generational draft, but like a deep, really deep draft. No. Harlem is saying, y'all shouldn't be mad about the 8th pick because this is such a deep draft.
I'm not. I accepted it for what it was. I think you could get somebody good at 8. This draft is pretty.
Is it any way that we could give VJ Edgecombe, bro? Is there any way that he dropped LM? I kind of like VJ.
I think the Hornets. Hornets got lucky with getting a good selection with Edgecombe. Yeah, he fits them.
Yeah, Charlotte probably. He goes to Charlotte probably.
Yeah,
but you can play him in the backcourt with LaMelo and have Brandon Miller at the 3. So I mean,
Harlem. As far as right now with us, the 2 top guys that I've heard the consensus, it's either Maluak or Fierce. And I think if Pelicans don't select Maluak, we have a good shot of getting him. And I worry that Washington might get Fierce because they had a training thing planned with him. So it'll be interesting to see where those 2 fall. If we get Fierce, I worry about the backcourt fit with Thomas because they're both smaller guards. But I just saw some footage of Fierce dunking the ball. If he could dunk at 6'2", definitely a potential keeper for the Nets as far as developing a point guard goes.
He's too small and he can't shoot.
So, I mean, he can shoot, but he needs more development. He's very raw. I give you that. He's a little raw.
I heard he's taller than Cam Thomas, though, at least by an inch. But
yo, Harlem, drop off and come back in. I got the link, man.
Yeah, but I'm also open to Maluak just because he checks so many boxes. I mean, LM, you saw the measure. The guy looks like a.
Yeah, guys there?
Yeah.
Oh no, Jonathan got quiet, man. He's just.
I mean, I would like Maluak. You like 7'2". You got a 7'7" wingspan.
Yeah, but he doesn't have you need more than just like a rim running type guy.
He's shown to shoot. He's shown he's a shoot. My thing is, if he comes to Brooklyn, I don't want them to limit him. Like I don't want him just to.
Well, that all depends, man. Can he convert on like a good percentage?
You're a better shooter than Clax.
Look at Zach Edey. Like Zach Edey, you was watching him, and I don't know if you ever watched him in like the first 3 or 4 games when they were trying to feature him. I mean, he was missing a lot of shots, like right under the rim, man. So we got to see if we can convert.
Right, but Memphis they also let Zach Edey, you know what I'm saying, shoot the 3. Like they let him expand his game. I don't know if Brooklyn, they ain't I don't know if they're letting Claxton do it, but so far Maluak has proven to be a way better free throw shooter and a way better shooter than Claxton. Period. So.
It's not again. So how I actually really simplify this, I just look at other players around the NBA, and I just look at a guy like Naz Reid, right? Look what Naz Reid gives you, right? Shooting.
Bro, Naz Reid not going to the Nets, BK. He going to
no. We're talking about Kaman Maluak right now. We're talking about the Duke Center.
The 7'2" guy.
Yeah.
Right, but if you see him move, he moved like for 7'2", he moves like a guard. Like his mobility is actually
he does. I mean, I was looking at a lot of film on him.
Let me ask you a question, Ellen. And does Maluak give you Zach Edey vibes?
I think he could be better than Zach Edey.
No. Just answer the question. Do he give you Zach Edey vibes? Meaning Is his hands butterfingers? Is he
No,
he can't really
he
like
gives me
score
he
unless he's
gives me
around the rim?
potential. Nah, he don't give me Zach Edey vibes. He gives me potential Joel Embiid vibes just without injuries. I
For
think
real?
he can be another. I think he can be another Joel Embiid. I think it just depends on if they let him develop him and not make him just a rim runner. Like let him take shots.
Sean
Let him
Marks
take
developing, like Brooklyn Nets developing. Those two don't go actually hand in hand, man. I think. I mean, on the high end, Rudy Gobert. On the low end, Yinka Dare.
I want to ask one question, Hoops. Right? I ain't trying to be funny, bro. Right? Like, do you think you could do a better job than Sean Marks?
Yeah, I could. I definitely could. I would never sign Nick Claxton to that contract. Never. Ever.
I'm just cause like honestly, BK, I think y'all look at this shit wrong. I think it's more than just basketball. You get what I'm saying? A lot of these people have personal relationships with these guys, like they friends. And I know you shouldn't mix business with, but I'm just saying a lot of these guys is friends in real life. Some of these guys like their personalities. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different shit, BK.
That's not going to win you games, though. No, listen.
No.
Actually, no, you're right. You're right. Personality goes a long way. Like, they don't want, like...
They go a long way, bro.
Like, if you look at, like, how DeMarcus Cousins conducts himself, all right, you don't want that type of personality on your...
I'm being honest because, listen, even at a job, BK, right? You can be the best person at your job, right? But if your attitude sucks, they will take a motherfucker that sucks at his job, but everybody like his personality because you can learn the job. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people, once they stuck in... So what I'm saying is, like, yeah, for the most part, you get paid to play ball, but it could be other things that they like about these people. Like, even in football, Jerry Jones... Hold on, look. Even in football, Jerry Jones signed Tony Romo to an enormous contract, bro. Tony Romo wasn't worthy of the contract, but that was like, he fucked with him in real life. So sometimes it be personal relationships. So you don't know who Sean Marks is cool with in real life. You feel what I'm saying? He could have a relationship with Nick Claxton. Like, you drafted Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton been there for years. He know him. He know his family. You know what I mean, bro? So he not looking at it like you look, yo, Nick Claxton ass. He looking at it like, yo, I like Nick Claxton.
But that's his job, though. That's how he's supposed to really look at it. Can he actually help you win games? And he can't because, like I said, I mean, all the issues that I put out there.
But that's how But that's how you feel, BK.
That's Sean a fact. Might not feel like, it's a fact. He's undersized.
No. It is a feeling. It is a feeling because Sean Marks obviously doesn't share your same sentiment. That's what I'm saying. Because if he did, if Sean Marks felt what you felt, BK, man. He wouldn't be on the team.
Marks has made some bad decisions. At the end of the day, listen, I'm not like with BK where I say Claxton has zero value, but I just don't think he's ever going to improve on what he's already done on this team, unfortunately. I just feel like he knows where he's at.
Why would he improve, man? He got a $97 million contract.
He got John. Yo, John, I got a question for you. So on the Breezy show, I asked BK this. I'm going to ask you and LM this, right? Jay said he asked Nick Claxton in real life. I don't know how he met him, but he said he asked Nick Claxton, like, why he don't do more. And Nick Claxton said that the Nets don't let him, like, do him. Do you believe Nick Claxton? Now, mind you, Jay said Nick Claxton told him this, like the actual Nick Claxton himself.
Well, all right. So, again, these guys, like,
I'm not asking you, BK. I'm not asking you, BK. I'm asking them because you already said you think he lying. So I want to know what John and LM think.
No, I got a different answer to that, but go ahead.
Well, man. I heard at the end of the season, I heard Jordy say, because remember when Claxton was taking a few of those threes at the end of the season, and Jordy said, oh, we'll let Claxton shoot the threes in the flow of the game if it makes sense within the rules. And I'm like, this guy's making the most money in the team. Why should we get any rules around this guy? Shouldn't the season be about him breaking the rules and improving on what he can't do right now? So if they have him limit, if they have him somewhat, can I finish? If they have him somewhat limited, it's like, then how does he help us get better? If they already have him in a box, what more can we ask for him? So it's like you have to.
Hold on. Let me let player one because he really comes on here. Player one, what's good, man?
Player one was good, my boy.
What you got, man? What you got, man?
What's good, champ?
About what, Nick Claxton?
What's good?
No, I mean you was listening to the show for like the since I really started this thing, man. So just like any type of takes you have, like to the topic, and I think I read your comments already, though, man. You kind of like you don't believe Giannis is actually coming.
I don't believe the Giannis hype. I think you hear about it like every offseason. You heard about it with Dame. You heard about it with Butler. I just think it's like maybe like a negotiation tactic.
A leverage play, yeah. And I agree with you. I agree with your command, Malawatch actually take over here, man. Because what I was gonna say is that I mean, he's more like a 18th, 19th, 20th pick. If Malawatch is that, because he's challenged offensively.
He's the best big in this draft, BK. He's not going to go 20.
Yeah, he's the best defensive big in the draft, right? But I'm talking about a well-rounded player, man.
He needs time to develop, BK. Obviously, he was playing with a lot of studs on Duke, and he still managed to play pretty well. I got to see if he offensively can develop somewhat, but I think defensively, he meets a lot of criteria of what the Nets need.
What's getting him into the NBA? His ability to actually be a rim runner, right?
Defense. That's what's getting him in the NBA. Defense.
And he can rim run, right? He can set the screen, he dives, and he can finish.
He's also working on a 3-point shot. He's also working on a 3-point shot, which is interesting. If he actually developed a 3-point shot, makes his value even more.
Years, man.
He's working on it now. He's doing what Claxton should have done 6 years ago.
I don't know, man. I gotta see it because, like Dennis Smith Jr., like he was in the league for so many years, and all he had to do was just work on the jump shot. That's all he had to do was work on the 3-point shot, and he didn't do it. Right? Ben Simmons is another one that should be shooting, like hasn't been shooting. So you don't know.
Now you're on board with us on that stuff. It took us months to get used to.
I've been said that, man.
No. All of them. How long did it take
if they're going to just let a point guard just guard Ben Simmons, then he doesn't really need to shoot. But when you do watch the games when he was on the Nets, they were putting bigger players on him. Well, now they're going to start doing that. You better learn how to shoot now. And, that's on Ben.
You said you only need him to run the offense. I don't have the exact words.
Got like Dame or Kyrie. Hold on.
Say it after shoot. You said he only had to shoot against Kyrie Irving.
I'm answering your question. I said if you have Dame guarding him, right, single coverage, no help, or Kyrie guarding him, then don't shoot. Take it to the hole. But now what I was watching was bigger players was guarding him. Now you got to shoot now. Like Evan Mobley was guarding him. Now you got to shoot because you're not going to just overpower Mobley like that. You got to shoot now. So
and
that's one.
Just one question, BK. So I heard Cam Thomas, and I don't know if I know John but I just wanted to speak on it briefly. So I heard Cam Thomas got into it with a Net fan. Can anybody bring me up to speed on what happened?
Right, easy. Wait, what again?
You can't. You're not going to be able to. Pretty much what I'm saying. You're not going to just win with him. He's just not that type of guy, man. That you're going to like. He's not.
No. I'm not talking about you. A fan must have said something.
I know. I saw it. I'm trying to explain it to you.
Oh, that was Netcast. That was Brooklyn Netcast on X. Yeah, that he said Thomas needs to develop more. He needs to get better. All these things, which we've all said. I think he improved on some things, but this guy's still not impressed. And Cam Thomas said, "Shut up." He said, "Shut up." He said, "Shut up." B with a GIF. He said, "Shut up." B with a GIF.
Yo, bro. So all right. So
that's valid criticism.
So. Jamal sent me something, right? He sent me something last week or so, right? And when Locked On Nets quit or whatever happened, I don't know why they quit or whatever, but he sent me something where Joe Tsai responded to them and was like, "Yo, I loved listening to you guys, right?" So clearly Joe Tsai listened to Locked On Nets, right? So then he posed the question and said, "It's not a lot of net shows. Yo, Harlem, I think they might be listening to Breezy and BK and Kingdom Nets and shit too. You feel what I'm saying? And that's a possibility, right? So if these guys are listening, right, how many times do you think Cam Thomas might have came on one of these shits, right, and heard people, yo, Cam Thomas can't do this, Cam Thomas can't do right?" And he's just hearing it.
I'm the biggest Cam Thomas.
But I'm just saying he's probably hearing this shit constantly and right to a point that if he finally responds, you can't say, he's emotional. Like, yo, bro, the man done kept his mouth shut and
we're affecting his money. That's what it is.
I'm just saying enough is enough,
that's
bro.
Sean Marks. That has nothing to do with us, PK. That's all Marks.
But I'm saying if he responded to somebody, John, then that means that he's secretly listening. And he's like, yo, these niggas is like really like going at and then it's like, bro, it's like also it's like people like BK ain't really cut the kid no slack. Even when he wasn't playing, bro. The little bit he did play, he not doing this. He not. Come on, bro.
You know what's interesting? It's interesting because I think he listened to what I said. Because I remember when a lot of people were saying all he could do was score, and they were praising. I kept saying, "Hey, he's got to work on being a playmaker because they might try to ass him out because of his weaknesses." He did that this season. So if he was listening to my little criticisms, I acknowledged what he did improve this year. So I never tried to dig on the kid saying he had nothing to bring to this team. I just said you guys show more. He did show a bit more this year. So if he wants to listen to good criticism, that's good. But if people want to berate him, he's going to let him know like he did with Netscast. So
hold on. Let me ask you a question. If Cam Thomas development, because we've seen he developed a bit on the playmaking, the defenses this year. If the Nets went all in and surrounded him with like a good enough defensive minded team roster, you think he can be the Brunson of the Nets?
Nah, bro. Look. Yes, bro. Like
hold on. Before you go, wait. They have Kamal Malawach at 17, just like I just said.
How old is that mock draft? How old is it?
This is updated. 2025, 5/16. So a week old.
Come on. He's not getting drafted at 19.
Listen, no, I'm looking at his skill set, man. I mean, this is not like a top 10.
Who's in the top 10? Who's in the top 10 right now? Let me see who's in the top 10.
I'm going with this, Ellen. Like, listen, bro.
Trayor is cracked the lottery? What?
Yeah, they had him at number 3 or 4 when the last October, November, man, he fell a little bit, but he was at number 4 for a minute.
I'm just saying with the improvements, like, do you think that he
Cam can already score with the Tatums and the Ant-Mans. He's right there with them scoring wise. Like if you're looking at it scoring, one again, no. Yeah, you gotta let me finish, BK. I didn't even get into that, bro. Chill, relax, my nigga. It's all good. Like he's right there with them guys scoring wise, right? All he has to do is to keep getting better. And like John said, he got a little bit better playmaking. Actually, he got a lot better playmaking. So I'm not even gonna say a little, he got a lot better because there was times where he couldn't even break double teams. They were stealing the ball. He was frustrated. So he got a lot better because now he's passing the ball a lot quicker. He's making like quicker decisions. And also, I think Jordy Fernandez helped him with the whole stop taking erratic shot kind of method and just shoot when it's a good shot.
Efficient.
I think that's actually helped him.
Yeah, better efficient score.
So I think Cam Thomas got a lot better, actually, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because like I said, like it was cookies and cream at one point for him. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas was doubling him, stealing the ball. He was frustrated. He was taking crazy shots sometimes. He was making a lot of crazy shots, but he was taking a lot of so like he got better, bro. So I feel like he's gonna get even more better. You know, and at the end of the day, if BK and other people don't feel like he's the number one option, they got the right to feel it. I think Cam can be a number one option, or definitely a number 2 option.
With Cam Thomas, I just don't like his size. Right, and the fact that he's not a good defender, he's undersized.
I said this
bro. Everybody got their own opinion, bro.
I mean, Brunson is undersized.
I said this on Breezy Show. This upcoming season is the most important in Cam's whole career because he has to show you he can be healthy for over 60 games. He can establish himself as a primary or at worst a secondary option and just show consistency. We've seen the little kernels. I call him Chef Killer Cam. That's his nickname because he's giving me little hors d'oeuvres of what he can really do as far as improvements go. But next season, you guys show up for like at least 2 to 3 months straight. So really affirm if he is a cornerstone piece. And that's fairness. I hope he can show it. But definitely getting a point guard like Jeremiah Fears or getting a big man like a Mally Walker-Queen definitely helps him, I guess, get more balance. Because if he's the only offensive guy on this team, I don't think Cam Thomas will ever get to that level unless you have other pieces to work with him or him work with them.
Yo, bro,
that's fair.
Cam Thomas can also go to numerous teams and start. Like I told
you, we cannot. What are you talking about?
Oh, here we go. This is gonna be
what team? He absolutely can, bro. And I always name the teams that he can start on.
All right. So again, my thing is right. Yeah, JP, right. Nolan's actually really nice though, man. If the Nets happen to get him, wouldn't be mad about that. It could be between Jaeger and Nolan. I don't know. I guess Jaeger.
Yo, bro, Brooklyn gonna wind up getting traded back to Jersey, bro. Watch what I tell you.
We need more size. I mean, 185. Well, I guess these guys are rookies, man. I don't want any more undersized. I don't want any more undersized guards, man.
Yo, John, you ever been to a Brooklyn game, John?
Yeah, but it's been a while, man. It's been a while.
I went to a Brooklyn game this year. It was popping.
The only reason I was asking you, John, is because like you go super hard from Brooklyn, so I'm like, nigga, you sound like you missed the whammy or something. You act like you.
Oh man! Oh, I thought y'all guys. Wait, what happened with Derek Queen? 18? Damn.
So I don't know if
he's falling a bit because 18, he
bro.
His defense.
I think he'll still be. I think he'll still be within the lottery, but he definitely fell out. I think top 10% just because he's done bad on the athletic portion, and he's
Yo, Ellen, let me ask you a question, Ellen. What's up with my boy Mikey Williams, man? He not in the draft yet. What's up with boy, man?
Nah, he had some type of he had an incident or something like that.
He in the transfer portal. He in the transfer portal.
Didn't he have legal problems? He has some kind of legal issues, right?
Yo, bro, this man should have been drafted like 5 years ago. Is he getting drafted, Ellen? What's going on with him, man? Like,
he might be in next year's draft, but he not ready yet, man.
He not ready. Yo, bro, I think he'll cook a lot of niggas in the A. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think he gonna be ready next year though. Next year draft, I think he gonna be selected, but he in the transfer portal.
Yo, bro, but how old is this nigga, bro? He should, bro, I feel like he's like 25 already, bro. Like he should have been drafted like in 2019 or 18 or some shit. He got to be like 23, bro. He should have been drafted.
I think he should. I think he should be what 20 around 2021.
Yeah,
I don't think he's that old
he a
though.
Late bloomer.
I mean,
but like he a late bloomer, bro. He should have. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Ellen. You know who I got high hopes for, bro? and you gonna hear it first. He gonna be the face of the NBA. Watch what I tell you, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. He had a bad.
Anthony. Remember I told y'all that he gonna be the face of the NBA one day. Watch what I say. Him.
Michael Williams is 20, bro.
Him and LeBron's son Bryce, they gonna be the faces of the NBA. Ellen, watch what I say.
Bryce?
I don't know about that. Hall, listen, I admire LeBron's kids for wanting to follow in his dad's footsteps, but they're gonna come close to whatever he did.
I think the Bryce kid is, bro.
I think Gilbert Arenas' kids might be better than.
I think Gilbert Arenas' son gonna be nice too. I ain't gonna lie.
Elijah Arenas.
I ain't gonna lie. He got two kids, don't he?
Yeah, Elijah and I forgot the other one.
For this draft, I don't
know about this draft, y'all. I'm telling you, man.
As long as we get a point guard and a center in our draft grouping on draft night, I could be somewhat content because you need to address those two areas.
They got Utah taking Con Knippel over here, Jonathan.
Thank gosh. I'm so happy if they choose him. Please choose Con Knippel because he does not add anything to our team. Let him choose him.
Anybody that can shoot the basketball, bro. What are you talking about?
Come on, he is not an it factor type player. He gives a little scoring, but is he going to help you?
Most of these guys aren't, man. Most of these guys aren't.
No. BK.
Y'all gonna learn as far as making y'all assessments of these players after the draft, man. Like we talking about Giannis, who came out of a bad draft in 2013.
It took him years, LM, years. It wasn't like 2 or 3
years.
Right.
And some players take years to advance more than others. Like nobody's complaining that Giannis is the player who he is now.
Yo, what y'all think about Trey Johnson though, man? Like he's like another Cam Thomas, like a bigger version of him. Like tall, not big.
His wingspan is interesting, but his height and weight.
Act like LeBron? Really wait. Why you act like LeBron's the only player that came out the draft that was cooking, BK? I could name a couple of people that came right.
No. I mean, but LeBron still had to work on his jump shot. Remember his first game, and
LeBron to this day still ain't a good free throw shooter. So I mean,
listen, because like Garnett came out of high school cooking. Jermaine O'Neal came out of high school cooking. Like they didn't even go to college. They came out of high school giving grown ass men the business. So I do feel that Kobe took like 3 or 4 years.
Right, yeah, but 4 years.
But I'll say this, right? Because because LM and John is like on the college shit for real. I'm really not in the college,
guys come out and they don't really like work on their games or develop or get better. That's why, like, even Trey Johnson. Not Trey Johnson. What's his name? No, Jeremiah Fears. I mean, he's shooting 28% from the 3-point line, but I mean, he could get better in his shot. But look at Ben Simmons. Look at Dennis Smith Jr.
I'm not
going to front. They never improved that three.
Never had that
Jeremiah Fears kid.
Ben Simmons never had.
Yeah, man, Iceman swear by Jeremiah Fears, bro.
I don't know why.
I don't know if he's nice or not, but I know Iceman.
I think Fears is
nice. Eskimo.
Yeah, Eskimo. Listen, I'm worried about Fear's height.
By Jeremiah Fears.
Wait, hold on one second. Listen, I'm worried about Fear's height a little bit. Other than that, he's got 3-level potential scoring. His defense, when I read in his scouting report, if he's locked in, he can give you some type of defensive effort. It really just can him and Thomas work in a backcourt together, and can we get a big to help protect their defensive weaknesses?
Yeah,
other than that, I'm definitely open to it.
Player one makes an excellent point, man, because we look at all these second generation. Look at Tim Hardaway Jr.'s son, Gary Payton's son, LeBron's son.
Yo, AP, pull up, my boy.
No, player one. I said player one says I never trust these second generation players to pan out. Like Scottie Pippen Jr.'s son, Scottie Pippen Jr., his son. I meant. Yeah, man, they're not like, a lot of them are just average, man.
Scottie Pippen Jr.'s kid was doing okay with Memphis.
Yeah, but he's never gonna be an all-star, man.
Okay.
Yo, bro, you gotta get off that all-star shit, bro. That don't mean
no. I'm saying if you want to have somebody like, if you're gonna have somebody like
Jamal Murray never been an all-star. You know what's funny? Jamal Murray never been an all-star, and he got a ring. So
I don't think Bruce Brown was an all-star, but he got a ring too, and he played a quality.
I don't know. I think Darvin Ham got him that ring. That 3-guard lineup, man, they ran with Dennis Schroeder, Austin Reeves, and what's his name? What's his name? Dennis Schroeder, Austin Reeves, and
Austin Reeves is dog water, man. Jesus Christ.
Yo, Alem, did you see that trade rumor of us sending Claxton for Reeves? I'm like, no, please. I don't want Austin Reeves. Just give me Rui or Pinson.
Player one agrees with me. He has a really good basketball mind. Because, like I said, we don't know. I mean, I like Jeremiah Fears. I mean, he has the highest.
Like,
I'm agreeing with you.
Yo, Ellen, I got a trade right here. Ellen, I got a trade right here.
Every player in the draft needs to work on. Like, I don't understand that.
I got a trade, Ellen. Listen to the trade, Ellen.
Player one agrees with me.
Nick Claxton traded for BKNY Hoops. This is your moment. This is your moment, BK.
Yo, I'll include some fries because I'm a nice guy.
Well, mostly, what I'm looking at their size and position. Man, mostly a lot of these guys just gotta put on muscle.
Listen, BK. Besides the high factor of Fears, if the Nets can get a center late in this draft, like a Maxime Reynard, I'm okay with Fears and Thomas because at least we have a big to protect them. But if Claxton's still on this team, Claxton is not going to give them any defensive coverage, and Fears and Thomas are probably going to get cooked.
Wait, Maxime Reynard is a 40. He's a 43rd pick over here, man.
He's a 7-footer. Did you see how he did in the combine? This is what we're going to test BK's out. Did you see how he did in the combine where in day 2 or 3 he didn't even have to compete anymore because he felt that good about his performance? If we get a 7-footer like that, we're going to be in a better position.
No, I like him. But I'm saying you can get him in the late first round. He's projected to go
or with one of our late first picks too. At the end of the day, unless we don't trade him up for anything, you got to get it big in this draft, BK. We cannot be foolish in this.
No, I don't know, man, because you got Day'Ron Sharpe, you got to resign. You actually have to. You got Claxton on the books. I don't know.
If you trade Claxton, resign Day'Ron, and draft Reynard, we have a 7-footer and a 6'11" center. So that's actually, I think, a better trade-off right there.
Let me see what his weakness is. He's not an athlete. Athlete doesn't play above the rim. Well, you don't even really lacks vertical pop.
Yo,
how about his strengths? Let's look at his strengths.
Yo, well, you gotta look at the weaknesses, man. Because if you have too many weaknesses, then you're not gonna really be able to play in the league, man.
Well, you gotta see how he contributes. Look at what his strengths are. Read his strengths.
No, I did a show on Maxime Reynard.
How come you never read the strengths? You always read the weaknesses.
I did a show on him 5 months ago.
Oops.
I did a show on him 5 months ago.
But to be fair, you do always go to the weaknesses first.
Thank you, LM. Thank you. I know this guy like the back of my hand, man.
No, listen, if I'm going out there and I'm playing basketball and I can't go to my left,
we don't need this thing about the oversized, undersized. Stop.
I mean, that's something I got to work on, man. There's no perfect basketball player at all. Anywhere in the world.
But even in the draft, scouts don't just go on players off of their weaknesses.
I don't agree with that, BK, because there's people that don't work on their weaknesses that still cook. Case in point, right? Jaylen Brown still doesn't have a left, and he was giving niggas 30.
Easy 2 picks. I'm at 2 seconds.
He just won his first championship last year, man. Calm down.
But that's
no. He did though, but that don't got nothing to do with him not working on the left hand. You always saying people got to work on weaknesses,
man.
He about to be what, 27?
Yeah,
bro. At the end of the day, let me say something to you, BK. A lot of these guys in the NBA that you swear by is not as good as you think. And a lot of these guys be getting exposed, bro. A lot of these dudes you like be getting exposed.
Like what? Like what do you mean?
You always talking this Nas Reed shit. He was getting cooked by Gilbert Arenas' son, bro. Like, stop.
He was bro, that was
in pickup, Harlem. Come on.
Oh, man. Wow. I thought it was an actual kid. I'm like, where did son play?
It don't even matter. He was still getting cooked though, my nigga. Like,
but Nas Reed is he's not a defender, man. Hold on.
He made the same excuse when Harden got a defensive stop from Scotty Barnes at a pickup game. Now he's saying it doesn't count with Nas Reed and his kid. Hoops, you just got caught.
So what happened with the Clippers then?
Oh my gosh! Well, we had James Harden competing for a title. This is insane.
Oh, I don't know, man. But you know what? I mean, a lot of these players could be better than the guys on the current roster, I guess, man. I mean,
it's all better than
Hey, yo, LM, I want to tell you something, bro. You seen the Clippers Denver series, right? All y'all seen that series?
Yeah.
You know what, yo, bro? I felt so bad for like Kawhi because like Kawhi low key was cooking. I ain't gonna lie, but you know what lost them that series, LM? I'm gonna tell you what changed the whole series. When Aaron Gordon got that dunk at the end of the game, that's what lost them that series, bro. Because after that, like it was never the same.
The dunk to end the game with the game winner.
Yo, bro, when he did that killed the Clippers because the Clippers was up 2-1. If they would have won that game, I think they would have finished Denver in 6. But when he got that tap back, that shit changed the whole trajectory. It was like Denver got like a second win.
Hold on, let me ask LM something. He's a draft guy. Would you rather have Danny Wolf or Malawatch?
Malawatch.
I'll probably go Malawatch.
Yeah, isn't Danny Wolf like a forward though?
Yeah,
he's tall, but he's
Malo got better. He got better measurables.
Look up Sorber. Hoops. Look up Sorber's comp. Let's look up Sorber for a second.
Who's that?
Thomas Sorber. Look up Sorber up.
Thomas.
I mean, you can't teach a 7'7" wingspan. Like it is.
Well, I know, man, but I don't know, man. You just gotta you gotta have more layers to your game. I think it's just hard to win. The Knicks are winning with Mitchell Robinson, right? I guess. Right?
I just think it depends on the mindset of the player. Do they want to get better? And two, if the organization is not going to limit them and let them be what they be, like don't be having Malawak just.
What was his name? Jonathan? Thomas what?
Sorber.
Thomas Sorber.
What's it? First round, second round?
They had. I think I saw him. See this website don't have these guys in the correct order. I feel.
No. They actually have Malawak at 17 before I even looked it up. I told you guys, and he's not gonna.
Yeah, Malawak is not falling to 17. He's definitely going top 10.
I don't. You see him as a If you all right. Let's say you look at Rudy Gobert's skill set. Compare him to let's say Joel Embiid, right? A healthy Joel Embiid, and you look at Rudy Gobert's skill set. Rudy Gobert would be like a number 19 for 20 pick, man. And then his skill set's everything, man.
Embiid went 3 because of his skill set. I think realistically, Malawak had a better offensive game than
Thomas over here. Thomas, so this dude right here, Thomas.
BK, let me just say this, right? I'm not gonna lie. If the Pacers lose, like I know they're gonna lose, Miles Turner should be somebody who I feel like the Nets should try to get. Because I feel like they're gonna start breaking that shit up too if the Pacers.
You gotta have a good roster, man. Miles Turner by himself.
Better off signing back.
You gotta have a good roster. Even take Malawak, I just don't want him on this roster, man. I want him on a really, really good team where attention is really taken off of him.
Nah,
yo, bro. So let me ask you something.
Need the best talent we can get.
So BK, I'm gonna be honest with you. I told you, BK, you need to get traded for Nick Claxton. You said you could ball. Go up there to the Barclays. My man Easy said add 2 first-round draft picks, and let's see what you could do, BK. Because
didn't I say that earlier in the show? You're gonna have to add picks to get rid of Nick Claxton.
No. I'm saying I would trade. I'm saying I would trade you for Nick Claxton. And I would give the Nets 2 first-round picks to see you go up there and hoop. Because if he's so ass, then
if I'm a player in the NBA, man, my jump. I'm only 6 feet. My jump shot better be freaking. I gotta work on my jump. I got
a question for you, BK. Right? So no bullshit. I'm not even fucking around. If Sean Mark said, "Yo, I'll listen to the show," you get what I'm saying? I see that you're not really, and I'm being dead serious. Yo, you feel me? You're not really a fan of Nick Claxton, but we willing to bring you up. We willing to train you. All you got to do is put the fucking pork chops down, eat salads, and drink mad water. We gonna get niggas to train you and get you in shape, and we gonna give you a 10-day to see what you could do. Would you do it? Nah, I'm dead ass serious, bro. Would you do it?
I don't know, man. I have no idea. I love hooping. I just don't think I love it that much, man.
No. Because and I'm not even being funny. I'm just saying
all the injuries I had playing basketball, man. I don't know, man.
BK wouldn't play the 5 though. He'll probably be like the guard.
Nah, BK, because obviously you can't be 300. So I'm saying, but he's telling you, listen, bro, we got a trainer. We're going to get you in shape. You're going to lose some pounds. We're going to get you to 230, 220. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to put you out there with Nick Claxton, Cam Thomas. We're going to put you out there with the niggas that you don't like. But you feel me? And we're going to try to run a lineup BKNY Hoops at the point. We're going to go Cam at the 2. We're going to go Cam Johnson at the 3. We're going to go Noah Clowney at the 4. And we're going to go Claxton at the 5. You ain't fucking with BK?
I'm too old, man. I'm 46, man. But like I said,
God.
it would be a nice gesture, but I would have to actually decline.
BK is getting cooked by all the point guards in the East, man. That's gonna be a horrible ass sight.
My 8-9 my hooper days, like playing, like too many injuries, man.
I said if they got him in shape though, LM.
They got it don't matter, bro. These basketball players be training for since they were kids.
Yeah, like, man. Yeah,
it's a whole different ballgame, bro.
Yo, listen, man. Listen,
it don't matter
bro.
what training you do, bro. Let
me say something to you, bro. You know the nigga, you know the dude who be coming to NY and he be cooking niggas. You know him, BK, the dude that be coming. He like, I'm here in New York, and he just be cooking niggas. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah. He's a YouTuber?
Yo, y'all don't know who I'm talking about, bro. The dude who be going to like downtown parks and he be like, I'm here in New York, and he just be cooking niggas. Y'all don't be seeing that? That's crazy.
There's a bunch of YouTubers out there. Matter of fact, and I'm gonna show one tomorrow. My boy Devontae Friga, you know, on why I don't like him. Yeah. But he played on the next chapter. He played this dude named Bino, right? And I'm like, damn, Friga looked like he wasn't even like in that. And this is what I'm trying to say about Cam Thomas. It's like a perfect like metaphoric analogy I can probably use.
Exactly. Player one in the Middle Eastern guy. He be LBK. So like he go to New York, right? And he just be cooking niggas. And he go to a downtown park in Manhattan somewhere. And he be like, I'm here in New York, and he just be cooking niggas, right? So your man Brian Scalabrine, he popped out. You feel me? And he played him and he cooked the nigga.
Yeah, because like he doesn't like
cooking like regular
Scalabrine, like because like a lot of guys don't have like versatility in their games. It's like
in the league, Scalabrine is dirt, but like to regular people, bro, Scalabrine can cook you. Like he was in the NBA at one point.
And he's 6'8".
Yeah, he mad. I'll cook the shit out of Scalabrine, nigga. You crazy?
No, but again, you gotta. He's played so much basketball. Like, if you need to have like multiple moves, it can't just be like you straight line drive into the basket, man. I mean, he's gonna see that. You're not gonna be able to like. Oh God, you got.
I'm not delusional to a point where if Kevin Durant was to be like, yo, I'll play any of you niggas. I'm not saying I won't get cooked, bro, right? But what I'm saying is I don't have an attitude going into anything like, yo, Kevin Durant gonna cook me. I'm going into the shit like, yo, I'm gonna cook Kevin Durant. Because I just don't have a defeatist attitude. Once you already say that a nigga gonna beat you, you already lost. That's what I was saying with the Knicks and Celtics shit. If you go into that shit like, the Celtics is just gonna start.
If you're 7 feet, if you're not 7 feet, and he can shoot from the half court, man. I mean, you saw him in that Rutgers.
No, that's cool though, BK. But I'm still not going into it like, oh yeah, Kevin Durant gonna cook me. Nah, nigga, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna talk my shit like I do on here. Yeah, he might cook me by 50, nigga, but it don't matter. The difference
between the pro players and the regular hoopers is that their cardio is on point. Right, that's the difference, man. Like there was another one. I think there was another on Devontae Friga's channel. There was another hooper. I forgot the guy's name. He played on the Jazz, and he was playing another like. But again, like the NBA player, like he was going toe to toe with him, the regular hooper, but just the cardio, man. It's just different.
Hey, yo, BK, I give you a story, right? I was playing a kid up here. He was a boxer, right? I didn't know he was a boxer though. And he was like mad, like skinny, right? But like, you know, when they put their forearm on you, them shit be mad skinny. They nothing but bones. And I'm posting the nigga up. I'm giving him buckets, right? This is a true story. I'm cooking him, right? And then, but you know, when you post up, you be mad tired, right? I scored like 5 points on the nigga, but I was tired, bro. He just started hitting jumpers, cooking me. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, cardio, man. So cardio is everything. That's the difference between regular hoopers and pros. Their cardio, is like
his cardio came from boxing, and he told me afterwards. He was like, "Yo, I box," and he was like, the reason why I was letting you post me up He said, because I know you was gonna lose like mad energy doing that shit, and then it was a wrap, bro. Like dogs. That shit. And your man Gary said that he boxed too, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, cardio is everything. That's the difference between, like I said, that's the difference between regular hoopers and pros, man. Cardio. You know, guys who train 6-7 hours a day versus how you train.
You smoke weed, BK?
Hell no.
Weed, BK?
Nope.
You smoke weed, LM?
Nah.
Y'all niggas smoke weed. Stop lying.
Nope. I don't.
Man, but talking about I don't smoke. But yo, I know niggas that smoke mad weed, BK, and go on the basketball court and cook niggas.
Yeah, but against pros, that's not going to work, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Against pros, that's not going to work. They don't smoke for the most part, except for Luka Doncic. It's hookahs.
Nah, nigga, are you crazy? Nah, that's not accurate, BK. You ain't hear the nigga J.R. Smith say, bro, I used to get high before games and cook niggas?
What, in the pros?
Right, J.R. Smith is a basketball player. Like, he a pro.
No. BK Hoop said that niggas can't get high and cook pros, but I'm like, J.R. Smith used to get high and go out there and cook niggas on his level, though, bro. That's hard to do, my nigga. You getting high before a basketball game and you giving niggas 20? That's not easy to do high, bro. You make that shit
but
look
JR wasn't really like a winning basketball player, man. Like, he had to change his game up.
But I'm saying he used to get high. The other dude who played on Dallas, he said that too. Josh something. Josh.
No. What I'm saying. All right, listen. He works out like 5-6 hours a day. What I'm saying is that if you only work out 1 hour a day and they're working out 6-7 hours a day, then your cardio. He could smoke too. I mean, he could do all that. But again, it's just you trying to go against him as an average hooper. You know, you're going to be tired and winded within 15 minutes.
If you smoking, bro, and you inhaling that shit in your lungs, I don't give a shit how good your cardio is, bro. You still got to run up and down the court, bro.
Yeah, that's again, hard, it's just a matter that they do it longer. They do it for more hours. They have more time to dedicate to like the conditioning and cardio.
That shit don't matter.
Compared to you have a regular job. No, I only can work out like 45 minutes a day. They can do it for like. If they don't get tired, man, like you could be nice all you want. If you're like, that's why you'll see James Harden or you'll see guys like.
Wait. First of all, how long you think the average motherfucker work out, bro?
I'm talking about the pros. They getting paid. Like, look at LeBron. He spends like $2 or $3 million a year.
Like, how long you think these niggas be working out? You really think they be working out 6 hours? Hell no, bro. They don't be working. Stop it, BK. Them niggas ain't working out 6 hours straight, bro.
What?
And don't let them little videos fool you, my nigga. Yo, bro, them niggas is doing an hour and a half like everybody else, bro. Them niggas ain't doing no 6-7 hours straight, bro. Them niggas is doing a little bit of leg day.
That's their job, man. What do you think? They're only working out 40 minutes a day? Go look at LeBron, like Kobe Bryant. Those guys are in the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning, man. They'll do a workout to like 9:30 rest, come back at 11:30, go work out again. You know?
Nah, I don't believe that shit, bro. Hell no, bro. Them niggas is regular people. They be fucking these bitches, smoking, shopping, doing other shit, bro. I mean, like Kobe was like a rare guy. Like, even when you spoke to all the other Lakers, they'll be like, yo, when we was out partying, not working out, not doing this, Kobe was doing it. A lot of these niggas is partying.
Yeah, but Steph Curry had to make like 1,500 threes like a day. I mean, that's how you get you. Yeah, it's a workout, man. You got to go out there and practice. AP, yeah, thank you. AP agrees with me, man. If you love the hoop, Darren Williams, as a matter of fact, he was saying he was working out 12 hours a day. Go listen to an interview from D. Will. He was saying 11 to 12 hours a day he was working out.
They practice basketball, but what type of workout are you talking? You talking about like a workout at the gym, or you talking about playing ball?
Weight training.
Well, I'm talking about endurance. I'm not talking about basketball. I'm talking about going to the gym. Them niggas ain't in there for hours. I'm like, bro, they go to the gym for like
strong by working out 40 minutes a day. No, man, they in there 2 hours a day weight training, man. Go listen to Darren Williams. I mean, he was a pro. He'll tell you he was doing 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, man.
Them niggas is lying, bro.
That good.
Hell no, I don't believe that shit. Hell no, 12 hours a day, nigga. That's crazy, bro. 12 hours a day, boy. You be working out, BK? You work out?
No, not like that. I was out there practicing my shots earlier, but not like 12 hours. Hell no, man. I would be shit. I wouldn't be doing this show if that was the case. If I can get 12 hours in, this is not a sacrifice.
Nah, damn sure it is, bro. You got to get up.
You gotta get up. You gotta sacrifice whatever you love doing. You gotta sacrifice that shit, and you gotta put the work in, man. Yeah. Kyrie was saying, you listen, Kyrie's doing like podcasts now. He'll tell you, he had to put a lot of work in, man. A lot.
Yo, I got a question. You think the Hezzy God nigga could have made it to the pros?
I don't know. I gotta look at him like Professor. Like a lot of guys are skilled. Again, I'm gonna show you tomorrow. Like it's just like
he not no one dude though. He just a regular nigga that be cooking. And he actually played Kyrie Irving one-on-one.
Yeah, you gotta look at the genetics, man. Like a lot of guys, like the average height in the NBA, 6'6". I don't know how tall Hezzy God is. How tall is he?
It don't even matter. That nigga be cook. He like 6'4", but he be really cooking niggas, bro. I ain't gonna front. And he not no one nigga. He just nice, and he just be, and he really hoop, bro. Like the nigga, you gotta
bust NBA players' asses, man. You gotta bust like a guy like Jaden McDaniels, who's like 6'11", that can move with him.
So you remember Rafer Austin?
Yeah, Skip. Yeah.
I knew him and his brother in real life. Skip the Malou wasn't an NBA player. He was just a nigga that did N1 that was nice, and he went to the pros and was cooking niggas.
Yeah, he had to change his game up though.
No, right. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If he was able to do the shit that he did in N1, he would have cooked niggas way worse for it.
Yeah, but that's not. Honest. Yeah, you got a shot clock in basketball, man. Like it's different, and like you got a 24-second shot clock. You gotta move the basketball moves faster than what you actually move. So you gotta move the basketball. If you're gonna start doing all that shit, I mean, it's easy for the defense just to keen in on you. So I mean, that's not gonna work in the pros when you have a 24-second shot clock.
Hey, man,
maybe like 35
seconds. Ass, man. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna put belt the ass. The Timberwolves gonna get belt the ass too, BK. You feel me? Knicks and Thunder, man, in the finals, bro. That's what it's.
I don't want the Thunder, man. I mean, if they make it, but I want, like I said, Minnesota. The storyline is way better.
You playing Minnesota out already? There's only one game.
I want them to win.
Yo, bro, Minnesota cook food. LM, them niggas is getting packed in 5 or 6.
The storyline is better. You got Julius Randle there. You got who didn't like being traded.
I would have thought you would go for the Timberwolves, Harlem, because of the storyline. Randle back.
I'm gonna tell you why it's over, LM. I'm gonna tell you why it's over. Right at halftime, it was 48-44. Right, and OKC do this shit to teams all the time. They always losing at halftime. It's always close at halftime. And then them niggas come out of halftime, and it's like they just all get in like a group huddle and say, it's time to stop playing with niggas. And then they just destroy niggas. They was losing by 4 and wind up winning by like 21. They do this all the time, bro. It's just like a switch that these niggas got where they just say, okay, nobody can fuck with us. Like Julius Randle had 21 in the first half, 0 points in the second half. Ant-Man 0 points in the fourth quarter. Like, yo, bro, I kept telling niggas from the beginning, man, all that shit that, Randle gonna do it. No, he not, bro. All that shit against Hartenstein and Chet. These niggas is 7 foot. He's not doing all that, bro.
Randle was cooking that game. He had
listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. He scored 20. I'm gonna say it again. He scored 21 points in the first half. In the second half, he scored 2 points. Ant-Man had 0 points in the fourth. That's what I'm trying to tell you. These niggas in OKC is
but Ant is not doing that. Ant is not scoring 0 points.
What you mean that he gonna do it again, bro? These niggas are defensive specialists. Cason Wallace, Alex Caruso, Isaiah Joe, Wiggins. These niggas are defensive.
Nah, they gotta. I only watched like the first half. They got to move the basketball again. If OKC is going to play like that, they got to move the basketball like they were doing against.
We got to see. Game 2 will tell everything. I think Game 2
we got to see.
Oh, hell no, man. Hold on.
One.
Yo, he shoots 16% from 3, man. Thomas, so what was that? Jonathan was saying that? 16% from the 3-point line, man. They're like...
BK, these niggas is 19, bro. Why are you acting like they coming into the league fully developed?
Again, man, Dennis Smith Jr. never worked on his 3-point shot. Ben Simmons never worked on his 3-point shot. It's not definitive.
You talking about mentality, though. That's different from freaking.
No, it's a lot of guys. Nick Claxton, right? Who else can I think of, man? Jared Allen. Like, does Jared Allen shoot the 3 ball? He should be. Just help space the floor out. Jared Allen.
I mean,
right?
you got Mobley for that. But my thing is, I think realistically, they are not defined.
Mitchell Robinson, he still shoots 40% from the free throw line, right? He hasn't improved on his free throw shooting.
I mean, how old is he? 24, 25? He probably got. He still got time.
How old is he now?
Probably 25 years old.
27.
27? I mean,
he was drafted in 2018, and he still shoots 40% from the free throw line.
Right, but I ain't gonna lie, he looked fat in that picture. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I think the difference that in terms of mindset, I agree. I think you gotta have the mindset.
Yeah, we don't know. We got to see if they do or not. I'd rather have guys come in the league shooting at least like the NBA average, like 35% from 3. At least. And that's that.
I keep listen, BK. I tell you this, man. Right? The Nets ain't doing shit. I get my boy. It's gonna be a rough ride for Brooklyn for the next, however many years. And like I told you, man, the Timberwolves, they not ready. They not ready. You got LM talking the craziest shit ever. Yo, we gonna see Harlem like game 2 gonna tell it all, nigga. They got smacked by 20 today. Game 1 told it all, nigga.
Okay, see, went to game 7 with the Denver Nuggets, and you thinking that they gonna body the Timberwolves?
Yes, on, nigga. Bro. Yeah, yo, hold on, because all right, yo, I'm gonna tell you why.
Right, a game 7 with the Nuggets, they should have been cooked.
Yo, the only reason why that shit went to game. All right, so peep game. LM, you ever heard of playing with people, bro? So let's go. So let's revisit game 7 since you took it there, right?
One second. You're playing what? Hold on. Wendell Carter can shoot though, man. So we'll see. Wendell Carter can actually shoot the 3.
I said this, LM. I said the first quarter is gonna be competitive, and then OKC is gonna put belt to ass. OKC smacked them in game 7 by 30 points, bro. So it's like, what are we even talking about? And then they went in the OKC
it took 7. My thing is that it took 7 games,
bro.
Yes, it do.
Bro, Minnesota, listen, bro. I get it.
They're the number 1 team in the West. They should be smacking teams. If they that good, they should be smacking teams. If they're the number 1 team in the West.
Listen, I get that you infatuated with the idea that Minnesota beat Denver, and everybody and they mama want Ant-Man to go.
No, it's not that. It's just basketball. You got to play a team for 7 games, bro. There's gonna be
bro. Minnesota don't have enough. Yo, LM,
yes, they do have enough. They deep.
LM,
you facing a team for 7 games. This ain't no college thing where you face a team and you just move on.
Let me ask you a question, LM. What the fuck is 80-year-old Mike Conley doing with SGA? Let's just start there.
Who said Conley guarding SGA? You see who was guarding him?
No, nigga, nobody was guarding him. The man had
30. He had 30 on 26 shots. That's what you want.
Nobody was guarding. Yo, bro, you keep saying that they match up. They lost by 20. I'm not seeing the matchup. It wasn't close.
He took 14. Hold on. He took 14 free throws.
Here we go. So right? Yo, bro. So now, yo, bro.
11 for 26.
BK angle is niggas is injured. Your angle is niggas is foul merchants. Y'all niggas gotta stop, bro. Some of these niggas are just not good, bro. It's just not good.
It is what it is.
They lost by 20, and they're gonna get belt the ass in game 2 again, bro. And what are you gonna come up here and say then? Oh, Harlem is going back to Minnesota. Minnesota just ain't good enough.
Harlem. You gotta listen, bro. I don't have a dog in the fight. What I'm saying is, realistically, we have seen the playoffs from round 1 to now these finals. It is crazy to count teams out when they can game plan for 7 games. Now, can they sweep them? Possibly. Who knows? But I'm not going to count on the team when I've seen the Knicks face both in the 6 games. It took them 6 games to get rid of Detroit. It took Clippers and Nuggets 7 games. It took Indiana like 5 games. Like these teams,
Minnesota don't deserve to be on the court.
He doesn't even know what
Minnesota don't deserve.
He doesn't even know the adjustment.
There's gonna be no adjustment. It's gonna be belt the ass again. There's no adjustment, BK. Listen, BK.
There's always an adjustment. What are you talking about for the most part?
Yo, let me say this, BK, right?
They can start Nas Reed. They can start him.
Hey, yo, BK, let me school you on shit, right? There's a such thing as no adjustment, bro. And what I mean by that is, even if you feel you have adjusted, it's not enough. Because guess what, BK? Minnesota's gonna adjust, right? And OKC is gonna adjust to that. That's it. They just overmaxed. They overpowered, bro. And it's gonna be belt the ass like I told you, niggas.
Listen, man. I'm not going off for one game. This is where the
buck stops.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not just going off for one game.
This is where I'm going off for one game because I'm telling you what's gonna happen. This is where the buck stops. This shit
You've been wrong before, Harlem, so I can't take your advice.
But I haven't been wrong. But I haven't been wrong this playoffs. So give me my just due, nigga. I ain't been wrong yet. I said it's gonna be the Knicks.
We're not doing that. All
right. So Rudy, all right, hold on. Rudy Gobert, right? He averages 12 points for his career. His career is 12 points. I think he'll give you more than 2 points a game in the next one.
Go to Shea shooting percentages.
Who?
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, let's see.
Excuse me.
He had 31 points, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, you were 10 for 27. That's realistically what you want him to do. But
yeah. He had
that's what you want him to do.
And let's see. I'm surprised he got this many free throws. We know he's a free throw.
He had 14 free throws. Like, look at his whole team.
Yo, LM, look at what player 1 said. Anthony Edwards is not even close to SGA. He will thoroughly get outplayed. This is factor mundos, nigga.
That's an opinion.
Nah. You know what it is? Anthony Edwards. Hold on. Anthony Edwards is not a free throw merchant, man. That's the thing. He don't hunt free throws.
We seen it. We seen it today, bro. They got.
I think SGA plays like a little bitch. If you ask me,
BK got a point. BK got a point. He don't hunt free throws. That's why you don't see him score like that.
Yo, bro, let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask you a question, right?
Is horrible efficiency.
So this is bad
shooting right here. This is not good.
What on God's green earth, LM, makes you believe Minnesota can even win this series?
Minnesota has adjusted over the past. Since round 1, Minnesota has adjusted to every single thing that the Lakers and who did they face previously? Freaking
Golden State,
right? They have in round 1 and 2, everything Golden State did to adjust, they adjusted. Everything the Lakers did to adjust, they adjusted.
So you think Ant-Man's going to have another 18 points?
Ant is not scoring 18 in game 2.
I'm gonna say this for you, right? Right, LM? So
I'm not even
I got you right here, right?
So like I'm just saying, like good basketball, good teams adjust. Like
so So Minnesota adjusted to 2 really good players and everybody else being dog water. Then they went to the second round and they did a replica of the first round. 2 niggas that's great, and then everybody else dog water. And now they're actually facing a complete team where everybody on the team is good. There is no, Shea is good and Chet is good and everybody else is dog water. No, nigga, Shea's good. Chet's good. J Dub's
It don't
good.
gotta be everybody
Alex
else's
Caruso's
dog water.
good.
It's just
Jason
teams make
Wallace is
adjustments.
good. Wiggins
Good
is
teams
good.
or good
Isaiah
teams make
Joe is
adjustments.
good.
I'll say that.
All of these niggas are good, bro. There is no chinks in the armor of the OKC Thunder, bro. There is no weak links, my nigga.
It is. Yes, it is.
What's the chink? What's the
chink?
chink?
The
What's
chink
the chink?
Chet Holmgren on the defensive end. I will go at him.
Stop it.
One, Chet can't guard Ant, so that's one.
Yeah.
2, if you're talking about chinks in the armor,
I agree with that.
They kinda this game. I think the only reason why they lost is because they didn't get no production in the second half from Ant. I think they need to be more aggressive in the second half because remember they wasn't getting blown out at halftime. It was like a 4-point
you got Jay McDaniels fouls out. You got Ant-Man in foul trouble over here, man.
If I'm looking at the box score. These niggas not playing like this next game, bro. You got DiVincenzo going
LM,
3
I'm
for
gonna say this to you, LM. Hey, yo, you my mans, right? So you my mans, but I'm gonna keep it on some real shit with you, bro. I don't give a flying fuck if Anthony Edwards scores 40. You know why? Because if I'm OKC, if I make sure none of them other niggas join the party, we still gonna win.
No, I mean, hold on. Play one. I mean, Nas Reed. Hold on. Nas Reed going at Chet Holmgren because I was watching the OKC and Houston Rockets game before the season ended, right? And you had Şengün drop like 16 straight points on Chet, right? And they were up by like 14 points, 16 points, just on 2-point field goal.
Let me just say this, BK.
That was a liability defensively on there, man. He just doesn't have the muscle.
I want to say 2 things to you, BK, right?
All right, final thoughts. I'm not going to get this sleep. It's 4 a.m.
The final first thing I want to say to you, BK, is what you just said doesn't even matter because Sengun is home on vacation. Secondly, my nigga, right? I fuck with Sengun. He's a great talent, but there's nobody on the Timberwolves that's Sengun. Not Randall, ain't none of them now. Randall's a more physical player, but Randall's an out of control player. You feel me? He don't have no.
It's moves. One game. Hold on. He's been doing well the whole season. Well, the second half of the season into the playoffs.
I mean,
he'll make adjustments. Cool. He's not going to force things.
So this is my last thing I'm gonna say, right? When OKC put belt to ass in game 2, what you gonna come up here and say, BK? Are you gonna come up here and apologize?
I'll say you right. Listen, I'll say that you're actually 1,000% correct, man.
I'm telling you, bro, they're gonna put belt to ass. And I told you this before, nigga. Like before the series started, I said, BK, watch OKC put belt to ass, and they did just that. By 20.
Yeah, but look at hold on, man. Like the refs gotta stop with the free. Hold on. Because he's like, listen, man, Chet throwing his body into guys, man, and getting all these phantom calls. I'm just saying, man, come on, man. Normally, the referees
I'll say I like watching Shea play, but them calling every foul is
exactly, man.
I like watching Shea play, but that shit is annoying. You every time he get touched, you get a foul call.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know, bro. And now if he don't got 14 free throws, what the game look like? Because he shot 10 for 27 today.
Yeah,
that's horrible efficiency. So if you take away those free throws, who knows what the game look like?
Exactly. So
I mean, that's
the thing. That's the difference between we don't have a dog in the fight, LM and I.
Nah, but let me tell you this, LM. Right, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? You know why I don't complain about the fouls?
Bats said, hold on, let me answer Bat's question over here, man. He's saying
all of them. If you facing the guy,
do it for years, I don't know.
All of them. If you facing the guy in pickup and every time you play physical defense with him, the refs call a foul, you ain't gonna feel no type of way?
No, but I'm gonna tell you what it is though. You know the reason I
don't
care? Because
I seen niggas ready to fight niggas over that shit in the hood,
that's
man.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
You're not gonna care that you playing good defense and somebody keep calling a foul?
Not the but you can't equate the NBA to the hood, so you got to get out that mindset. This is the pros, nigga. This ain't the hood in the projects, right?
Nah, these players got emotion.
So the thing is, no.
You gonna get tight if somebody keep calling a foul calling you, regardless if you in the pros or in street or in the street.
But the same shit that you and BK is complaining about, it's gonna be the same shit in Minnesota. That's why it's no need to complain, because you know when they go back to Minnesota, Ant Edwards is gonna get all the fouls, and so it's the same shit, bro. In sports, you just gotta know.
It's about hold on. Normally, again, like in the playoffs, especially at this time, this stage of the playoffs, they're supposed to swallow the whistle, man. Unless Chet is really getting fouled, I mean, then all right, fine.
Pause, boy. That's crazy, right? That was crazy.
All right, pause.
But I get what you're saying though. They not supposed to. They should be calling it like Detroit in the Knicks.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I want to see. Nobody want to see this shit, man.
Fouls. They were just letting them.
If they're gonna give Shea all those, I'm not gonna watch the series, man. They're gonna just keep giving them foul calls like that. Come on, Ant-Man doesn't get how many free throws he had. Ant-Man, as physical as he is and athletic, he only gets like so he has 7 free throws.
He had more free throws than the entire team. But he had more free throws than the entire team combined, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, like how that work?
Yo, BK, listen, BK, right?
Player one got a point.
We're not gonna complain on fouls. Minnesota played a clean game in the first half. They was actually looking good.
You gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention to the scout reports and just look at what a Shea likes to do in terms of like make you into those fouls. And you got to be like, there's a couple of times in the first half of that game he was trying that, but you got
the only thing I'll give Harlem is, despite the free throws, you actually want Shea to shoot 10 for 27. But if he's still getting to his spots or whatever the case may be, then there's nothing you can do.
LM,
but
you and BK can't lie though either. Like there was a lot of times Shea was going to the rim and they wasn't calling fouls. So we gotta like call it that way too, bro. Because I've seen him go to the rim, get slapped, and they ain't called. So he don't get every call,
matter of fact, and I know y'all watched the game tonight. The BS foul they called when Shea tripped by himself, and they called a foul for that, and they had to go to the freaking review the screen to see if niggas fouled him, and he just tripped. Like, nigga, why are you calling that? Like, let these niggas play.
I agree with that, but you gotta understand, bro. Referees are humans, right? So they not gonna get every call, nigga.
Nah, but like, listen, man. Bro. Shea puts himself in a bad position, and he gets like he does a dumb play. He doesn't, like. I don't want to see the referees.
Like if I'm holding you or whatever, and you call a foul because I hit your arm, fine, you got it. But somebody driving and they trip and you calling a foul on me and I didn't even touch them, that's gonna get me tight. Like,
so
all right, bro, now you dragging it.
How many times have we seen Jason Tatum get fouled and niggas ain't foul him? It's a part of it, bro. It happens.
All right, let me wrap this up. Let me get some sleep, man. Go, good show tonight, man. Good stream, man.
Yo, holla. Yo, LM, man. Hey, yo, BK, I know you ain't popping on tomorrow, bro. You pop up like every other week or some wild shit, bro. Like,
if I can get some sleep, I'm more than likely I will. Like today, I got some sleep, man.
Yo, bro, you stayed up until 4:00, bro. I know you ain't got work today. It's no way.
Nah. I'm not working today. But yeah, I'm gonna try to pop on tomorrow night because I want to get this Cam Thomas story in. And we'll probably cut the next play tomorrow night too, right? So tonight.
Yo, bro, shout out to John. Like, he done got kicked off Gary's show and he came back. Welcome back, John.
Damn, man, it's crazy. Back. Yo, let's get along, man. All right, like, comment, subscribe, share the show. We just share the universe shares back with you. Peace.
Hey, yo, BK, hold on, bro. One quick thing, like how you